Fairways, bunkers, and greens. And amenities include a pro shop, driving range, snack bar, banquet facility, fitness room, locker rooms, picnic shelter, and a swimming pool. For tee times and membership information, call 828-428-2451. Yes, tee it up at the Glen Oaks Golf Course, 245 Golf Course Road of Highway 321 in Maiden. At Bayada Home Healthcare in Shelby, they believe that home is where the heart is. When it matters most, Bayada Home Healthcare is all about heart, teamwork, and showing up when it matters most. And if you're a veteran, you may qualify for VA-funded home health care. Call Bayada Home Healthcare, 704-669-4000 today. Again, 704-669-4000. Bayada Home Healthcare in Shelby, 1105-3 East Dixon Boulevard. And be sure to like them on Facebook, too.
DeRisi Power Sports is your go-to for ATV and UTV parts, service, and accessories. DeRisi is nationally recognized for building race engines and suspensions. They also perform race bike builds. Stop in today and see Santo and Heather DeRisi. These people know what they're doing.
295-5000 for the pre-owned car and 295-5000 for the pre-owned car and service shop, or 704-538-9956 for the body shop. Like them on Facebook, too.
Good evening and welcome to John Gamble Stadium here at Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Tom Senefani and Matt Royster bringing you the pregame show brought to you by Ingalls Markets and the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home of Falston. As always, West End Sales bringing you high school football every Friday night. Check them out online, www.westendsales.com. As I said, Matt's here with me. Welcome aboard, Matt.
Yeah, glad to be here. Looking to get into the win column tonight. It's always a tough match coming out here to Kings Mountain and playing, but sure the boys are up to the test, so it should be a good one tonight.
All right, did have a little bit of a problem getting set up, but we got the pregame show on time. I'm going to tell you a little bit about last week's, and offensively, it wasn't a very pretty performance for Burns. They looked to get a little offense going. Their last three plays of last week were turnovers. They had a fumble, they had a pick six, and another interception. Case Brawley will get the nod tonight at quarterback. We'll see if maybe some continuity at quarterback maybe gets the offense going.
Yeah, like I say, should see more out of Case, and that'll free up, Wells, play slot and receiver, and that's just one more weapon we have out there on the field. You got Jordan Ussery, who had a big game last week, caught a big pass. 76-yard touchdown, had that big punt return. So you got him, you got Kenyon Surratt, you got a lot of weapons out there on the field for Burns.
Yeah, Ussery had the long run, 73-yard run. He led rushers with 76 yards, but 73 of them came on one. He had the first rush, no yards, second rush, 3 yards, third rush, 73 yards, and the big kickoff return. So basically, part of any game plan that Burns has offensively is get the ball to Ussery and get him in space and see what he can do.
And we saw Brawley when he came in, he threw the ball downfield some, so I expect him to take some more shots. Case just a freshman coming in to be his first start. A little bit different game plan when he's in there. He has the ability to stretch the field, and we can do that. That can open up lanes in the running game, and that works vice versa too.
Yeah, so I think that to start out against a pretty good experienced Kings Mountain team is you want to give him some throws to build his confidence. I mean, last week he was 1 for 6 with an interception against a very, very stout Crest defense. So I would look for Coach Devine to come in there, build a young man's confidence, especially if you got Wells out there at slot, you got Ussery, you got a few other guys, and you got your bell cow back there in Max Davis to run the football. So let him get a little confidence early in this game, and then let's see what we can do over the top once he's established himself a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, and Max only got 9 carries last week. I expect to see him get a little more carries. You got Colton Pryor back there that can run the ball as well. So a lot of good things. We can get that run game established. That'll free up the passing game as well.
Yeah, unofficially I had Max Davis 11 carries, 48 yards last week. Ussery did lead all runners with 76. And they only had 52 yards or 55 yards rushing outside that 176-yard burst by Ussery. And Burns did not have a first down in the second half. Had 4 first downs in the first half, none in the second half. And as I said, the 3 turnovers on back-to-back plays. So getting the offensive side. The good thing is on the defensive side of the football, they had a takeaway. They held Crest pretty well. They had 3 offensive scores. They gave them short field on the 1 turnover on downs. Were able to hold there. Their defense played very well, but it would be nice to see a little bit of offensive momentum. Keep the ball away so your defense isn't on the field the whole time. If you look at their drives from last week, first drive turnover on downs, second drive punt, third drive punt, fourth drive 3 and out, fifth drive 3 and out, sixth drive turnover on downs, and then their seventh drive 3 and out before that TD run by Ussery. So every drive that Burns had until the TD run by Ussery ended in a punt or a turnover on downs. They did have one long drive. It started on their own 20, but they eventually did turn it over on downs. So you just don't want to put your defense on the field over and over again against a good Kings Mountain offense. And we know that Kings Mountain was defeated last week, 28-21. But it was a ball game. They were in it to the end, and then Shelby had to make a stand there defensively there at the end. And their freshman sensation quarterback,
Jenkins.
Had a pretty good game last week. I think he was 21 for 28. Yep. Had a couple of touchdowns. So I mean, they're pretty excited about this kid. So the Birds secondary are going to have their hands full with Jenkins tonight.
Yeah, he's a freshman coming in. It's like I say, threw for 218 yards. And the thing with him is he's got the ability to extend the play with his run ability. He gets pressure. I saw him, elude the tacklers and able to run for a few extra yards. He throws good on the run too. He likes to throw a little sidearm when he's kind of flush out of the pocket. But like I say, he's a weapon for them. I think if we can contain him, we maybe need to put in some kind of spy for him. That would be big for Burns to keep him in check tonight.
All right, so that's your introduction to tonight's game. We do appreciate the folks here at Kings Mountain of giving us access to the press box. Thought we were going to have to go out into the rain, but they have a beautiful new facility here. They have their own radio show, of course, but they did make room for us, and we do appreciate the Kings Mountain folks accommodating us in the press box. So we're going to step away for just a moment here on the pregame show. Once again, the pregame show brought to you by Ingalls Markets and the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home in Fallston, North Carolina. We'll be back with some players to watch and more news and notes about the game. You're listening to high school football, brought to you by West End Sales.
Is your garage door not operating correctly, or it may be completely broken? If so, call Cleveland County Garage Doors. Cleveland County Garage Doors is family-owned and operated, where you get honest and dependable service. They offer great deals on door-link garage doors, and service calls start at $75. Just call C.J. Waters at Cleveland County Garage Doors for service and installation. Call 704-472-9367. Again, 704-472-9367. And see them on Facebook at CC Garage Doors.
Help! Help! He's back in town!
Yeah, I'm back in town, and this town is going down. It's me, Clint Eatswood, and I can't be stopped. I eat all the wood I see, and there's nothing you can do.
Someone call H&H Pest Control. They'll stop Clint Eatswood.
Stop Clint Eatswood before he destroys your home. Call H&H Pest Control and Waterproofing at 704-482-2847. Online at hhpci.com. For 18 straight years, Via Health Partners has been voted the #1 in hospice. There's got to be a reason. Via Health Partners provides exceptional care. The comfort of their patients is their top concern, and that is why they offer hospice care wherever a patient calls home. Via Health Partners is there where you need them and when you need them. Find out more by visiting the website at viahp.org. Again, viahp.org. Voted #1 in hospice for the 18th straight year. Via Health Partners, founded as Hospice Cleveland County.
Welcome back to the Stadium Pregame Show, brought to you by Ingalls Markets and the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home of Fallston, North Carolina. Visit your local Ingalls across Cleveland County. And Okay, everybody's wanting to know what time the game will start, says Jackie. Thanks for listening, Jackie. The game will start at 7:30. We did have a little weather. Just hope everybody up in northern Cleveland County is okay. We know you got hit with a nasty one up there. And Jackie, just tell anybody there's a generator sitting out in the shed at my house if anybody needs one, because they got hit pretty hard there in Polkville. Hopefully everybody's okay. But here, actually, the sun's coming back out. We should be on schedule about 20 minutes away from kickoff.
Yeah, it didn't have a ton of rain down here. It mostly went to the north of here, and I thought they may push it back a little bit, but the game's scheduled be on time at 7:30 as usual. So.
Yeah, so we have a 7:30 kickoff. I think the weather has gone through. I think it has, and they do have an artificial surface here at Kings Mountain, so that piece takes a little, it's a little quicker to get it going again. If you get a lot of rain on a natural surface, it does take a little bit longer. So everybody listening at home, we do have a 7:30 kickoff. As of right now, until I'm told anything different, the sun's out. The Pee Wee cheerleaders are out here. The shadows are starting to reach towards the visitor stands over there with Burns. So we're pretty good. We should be ready to go. And just hopefully up there in Polkville, you guys upper in Falston and Polkville got hit pretty hard with a thunderstorm. We hope you guys are okay. But now it's time for some player to watch, brought to you by Via Health Hospice of Shelby, North Carolina. Matt, who are we going to watch tonight?
I'm going to watch Jordan Ussery. Like I say, last week had that big catch, 72 yards, had that big punt return. He's a weapon. He's dangerous. You can get him an open field, get some blocking ahead of him, and he's got the ability to take it to the house every play. So that's my player to watch tonight.
All right, and I think I'm going to watch Case Brawley because you got a freshman coming in here. This is a big spot. There's going to be a lot of people here. This is the opening day for the press box here at Kings Mountain High School, and they've redone their stands. They've got some stadium chairs. They've got here. They've got a lot of handicap seating here at Kings Mountain High School as well. So if you do have any friends and relatives that would like to come to the game but are worrying about having a place to sit, there's plenty of handicap accessibility as well. Like I said, lots of comfortable seats. They've redone, like I said, the stands, the concession stand, and the press box. So if you'd like to come out and check out the new facility, come on here to Kings Mountain High School. But, Brawley, big spot, young man, how will he perform? That's what I'm watching tonight. So that's why he's my player to watch. And again, those players to watch brought to you by Via Health Hospice in Shelby, North Carolina.
Yeah, high expectations here in Kings Mountain, but how good would it be come up here and disrupt their grand opening, so to say, of this press box? But Case, he's got all the tools to be successful and be a great quarterback. Just got to get him some reps, get him some seasoning, and he's gonna be special here at Burns for next 4 years.
It's been a number of years since the Bulldogs have defeated the Mountaineers. So big spot, big chance tonight with the Bulldogs trying to come in here to Kings Mountain and knock them off. Now, something that I would pay attention to is when I was looking at the Kings Mountain rushing stats, I added up in my head. They had only 68 yards of rushing as a team. Now, I'm sure the Shelby Golden Lions had something to do with that. But they have a freshman quarterback, too. So both teams, I would say, to help your freshman quarterback out, want to establish that running game. Now, we know that Jenkins is a threat to run the ball. I think he had the most carries. But 68 combined yards. Burns has a pretty good front, too. That's going to be another interesting game within the game. Can the Bulldogs make Kings Mountain one-dimensional?
And I still think, Wells is probably still going to get back here and play some Wildcat some. They'll probably still mix that in some. We don't really know what to expect exactly, but it's going to be a dogfight tonight, I think.
Well, as you said earlier, it gives you a little bit more flexibility if you can move Wells into the slot. You can get him on some jet sweeps. Yep. You can, I don't know if they have plans. I think they list him at a defensive position. It'd be interesting to see if Wells, they list him as a defensive back. Will he get back there and play a little defensive back now that he doesn't have to go under center? It gives you another athlete on defense. So we didn't see, I don't remember seeing Wells on defense last week, but it does open up that possibility as well. So one of your best athletes now has a lot of versatility. You could use him in different ways. But again, Brawley needs to perform. And like I said, man, I know how I was when I was a freshman in high school. That's a lot to handle, man. That's a lot to handle. coming in here with his first start. But he's prepped. He's played a lot of football. He's practiced a lot. So let's see how he does tonight. So we're going to step away for just a couple minutes. We're about 17 minutes to kickoff. So more clouds have rolled in. So I'm a little concerned about what I see out here to the right now.
Hopefully that's got going that way. But
hopefully it's going as the clouds have sort of come back in just a little bit. Right now, as I said, the Pee Wee cheerleaders from the Kings Mountain Football League are on the field. So it looks like we're on schedule for a 7:30 kickoff, in case anybody's wondering. We'll be back with more of the Ingalls Market Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home of Falston pregame show. And as always, Burns Football brought to you by West End Sales.
When it comes to your roof, don't fumble around. Call Reliable Roof and Gutter Services in Shelby. Snap your fingers, and you can have a new roof and gutters for your home. You'll get a touchdown of savings. Just call 980-552-9607. And Jeff Walsh will give you $2,000 off roof replacement or $500 off gutters or gutter guards. And Jeff will be more than happy to come out and give you a free estimate. Get on the winning team. Call Reliable Roof and Gutter Services. Online at reliableroofandgutter.com.
You've made it this far, you deserve a class ring that truly tells your story. So it doesn't matter where you're at or what team you're from in the county, we at Wright's Jewelry are here to help you create that perfect class ring that represents the student that you have become over these many years. So just remember, you're not cookie cutter. You're made to stand out.
They do it all at McNeely Diesel and Auto on West Grover Street in Shelby, your Napa Auto Care Center. No matter your drivability issue, McNeely Diesel and Auto can help. From an oil change to brakes to a tune-up, and they offer fleet service at very affordable prices. Plus, they cater to fleet and diesel customers. See Bill McNeely and his ASE certified technicians at McNeely Diesel and Auto, 441 West Grover Street in Shelby. Call 704-487-5192, your Napa Auto Care Center. Offering a full line of towing on and off-road.
Welcome back to the Stadium Pregame Show, brought to you by Ingalls Markets and the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home. Tom Sinfani and Matt Royster bringing you the action tonight. And right there's our camera. Okay. And something we haven't really given the defensive guys a lot of love, but let's call out Jason Tysinger, number 8. Had 11 total tackles, 7 solo, 4 assists. So he's involved in 11 tackles. And he's going to have his hands full tonight with a lot of offense on the Kings Mountain side.
And I tell you, he very nearly had a couple block punts last week against Crest, too. He got around that edge very quick and almost got a couple. And can't leave out Markalen Camp had 9 tackles and had an interception. And then Chris Dawkins came in with 7 tackles, too. So
yeah, and interesting matchup. You got Nyquan Marble. Doesn't have a lot of tackles, but he's a DB. So he's got to have a good night tonight. Cam Howe. A lot of these guys. Amari Littlejohn involved in a lot of plays. I know it's only 6 tackles on the score sheet, but he's got to disrupt that passing game. He's got to get in there.
And he got a couple pass tips as well against Chris.
Getting the big hands up and coming in. And so these DBs for Burns, 29 times. Didn't Jenkins throw it 29 times?
Yep, 21 for 29.
29 times. So they're going to have their hands full. So these guys on defense better be ready for a lot of pass defense tonight.
They got some speedy receivers, and I think they got 7 players that had at least a couple catches last week. Xavier Hutchins had 5, Xavion Byers had 3, and Hopper had 3. So a lot of different guys, for them can do things with the ball.
And like I said, not crazy numbers for Kings Mountain. I think they had around 300 yards of total offense, give or take. So not crazy numbers, but freshman quarterback coming in, and KJ Bell off to Crest. That was their quarterback last year. So you're putting in a new quarterback and trying to work things out. Same thing with Burns. Both teams really, the offensive side of the ball were a little bit of an issue. I know Kings Mountain had a special teams touchdown against Shelby, ran the kickoff back, so they had 2 offensive touchdowns last week. So both teams trying to get some of the offensive bugs worked out. So But a lot of weapons on the Kings Mountain side of the ball. And as I said, they had one guy, I can't remember which one, had a 69-yard reception. That was Boyd with a 69-yard catch. So they're going to have some playmakers on their side of the ball.
And going back to Case Bradley, he's got the luxury of playing behind a great O-line. We got Bo Harrell, got his younger brother, John Logan Harrell, is going to play left tackle, be his blind side blocker. Gage Camp, the Gardner Webb commit, Bo, Gage, and Isaiah Baldwin, Jesse Bryant, they're all 3-year starters. They're one of the best O-lines, probably I'm going to say the best O-line in the county. So that's going to be a luxury for Case to have them to kind of block and protect him. So
yeah, it's always good to have some experienced boys, and not only are they experienced, they're all good kids. I mean, they're all good young men. So you sort of have to be to play offensive line. It's kind of thankless. You're not getting your number called out on the PA every time. So what I call them the big eaters up front need to have a good game and keep Brawley upright when he's trying to throw the ball tonight, open up some holes for Max Davis.
They're the heart of our team for sure. Like I say, most of those except for John Logan are all 3-year starters. And we saw last week, Gage Camp come on and play a little D-line as well. So might see some of that again tonight.
All right. So we're going to take another break here on the Stadium Pregame Show, brought to you by Ingalls Markets of Cleveland County and the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home of Fallston, North Carolina. And once again, high school football each and every week is brought to you by West End Sales. Check them out online, westendsales.com. We'll be right back.
Do you own a small business, or maybe you're considering starting up a small business? For your small business accounting needs, talk with Noel Kay at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service in Shelby. For over 50 years, Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service has been taking care of small business bookkeeping needs across this entire area. Talk with Noel Kay today at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service, 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Call 704-484-2783. Online at numbersofshelby.com. They are there for you. It's time to ride red and ride into Honda Motorcycles of Shelby and ride out on your brand new Honda bike, side-by-side, or four-wheeler. You know, deer season, it's just around the corner. Get your four-wheeler today. And be sure to see the brand new 2026 Honda Pioneer 1000 side-by-side. And ask about Honda bonus bucks, up to $3,000 available. Come on in for all the details. Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard. Online at HondaMotorcyclesofShelby.com. Planning a funeral service can be a very difficult process for families who have just lost a loved one. Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts is the theme for the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Fallston. It's important to them to provide those who are grieving with a supportive environment in which they can begin to find closure, say goodbye, and come to terms with their loss. Find out more today. Visit them online at StameyTysingerFuneralHome.com or give them a call at 704-538-8631. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center, 846 East Stagecoach Trail in Fallston. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home now offers water cremations.
Welcome back to more of the Stadium Pregame Show, brought to you by Ingalls Markets and Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home, right here, or right in Fallston, where the school is. Sorry about that. And now it's time for Kevin's power poll, which I'm not really sure how he's explained it a couple times, but he has RS Central as the number one team in the power poll right now, because usually they open up with McDowell. I believe that's who they opened up with last week. Got a little confusing because of so many teams played on Thursday, then on Saturday, so it took a while for the data to come in. South Caldwell with 6 power points, and the point difference, they've given up no points, and that's part of it. This tiebreaker is how many points you give up, not how many points you score. And then you get so many power points for like beating a bigger school. Mm-hmm. So Burns would get more power points for beating Kings Mountain, a 5A school, than they would Thomas Jefferson, a 1A school. So
kind of like the RPI in college football.
So Shelby, number 3. Chase Trojans are number 4. The Bandy's Trojans are number 5. But those teams, South Caldwell, Shelby, Chase, Bandies, all have 6 power points. Teams with 5 power points, the Stuart Cramer Storm, East Lincoln, Roberson Rams, the Inca Jets, the East Gaston Warriors, the West Henderson Falcons, the South Point Red Raiders, all have 5 power points. And South Point all the way down there at number 12. But Kevin says, give it time, let it cook. The cream will rise to the top as the season goes on. 4 power points, we have Hendersonville, AC Reynolds, Lincolnton, who will have more because they were big winners last night over North Lincoln. I think it beat them like 66 to 16. It was a very lopsided game. And Lincoln won yesterday. Alexander Central with 4 power points, Watauga and Crest for 4 power points. So the reason why those teams have 4 power points, as I told you, they beat a 4A school. Mm-hmm. So RS Central beat a 7A school. I think that was McDowell. Big school. Not sure they have a lot of athletes. So
Kings Mountain's a 6A school now. So
so that would be 6 power points with a win. Okay, and then 3 power points. We have the Bunker Hill Bears, the Freedom Patriots, the North Lincoln Knights, the Fred T. Ford Tigers, the Asheville, I forgot. I think they're the Asheville Cougars.
Yeah, you saw them last week.
I saw them last week. I'll tell you what, they're pretty good. I think they'd beat a lot of those teams up in front of them. But they're down there at 23, and with 2 power points, Mountain Island Charter and High Brighton round out your top 25. Kevin's top 25, and then he's got the best of the rest there. And there's his instructions there, depending on the A team you beat, and then you subtract points for a loss, and then blah, 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 and all his fuzzy math that he puts together. But he always puts that in there, and I usually don't get to it. So, Kevin, I got to your not-so-power poll, and make sure that our listeners, if you want to see it updated, Kevin will update it after tonight's action. And if you listen to Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Shot Jocks starting at 8 o'clock, it's live on YouTube and on 92.9 WCSL. So listen to us in the morning. And we got the bands on the field. I think we're getting ready to do the national anthem. So we're going to step away for just a couple minutes. Looks like we're about 5 minutes away from kickoff as you continue to listen to the Ingalls Markets and Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home. Pre-game show, as always. Burns Football brought to you by West End Sales.
On the Go Quick Lube in Boston is not just oil changes. They have tires for all cars with names like GT Radio, Hankook, and Toyo, plus interstate batteries and wiper blades. Of course they do oil changes, featuring Castrol, Motorcraft, and Rotella diesel oil, and they carry diesel truck fuel filters. Plus they're an official North Carolina inspection station. For quick service with competitive pricing and professional technicians, head over to On the Go Quick Lube today. 3716 Falston Road, Highway 18 north of Shelby, and go Burns Bulldogs. In Upper Cleveland County, when it comes to hardware, plumbing, electrical, or lawn and garden needs, everyone needs to go to Main Street Hardware in Lawndale. Jeff Klein invites you to come on by. You'll find famous Milwaukee Power Tools, Valspar Paint, and Cabot Stains, plumbing and electrical needs, lawn and garden tools, and now they're selling lumber. And don't forget about their mulch yard. Main Street Hardware, 356 East Main Street, Highway 182 in Lawndale. Open 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. Like them on Facebook, too.
So it looks like we've got captains coming out. And Matt, if you can give me who those captains are.
We're doing a moment of silence here, Tom.
A moment of silence, okay.
Yeah, we're back. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, national anthem momentarily. Let's see if we can get the captains here for Burns. So we got 77. That is Isaiah Ball. We'll do that right after they're doing the national anthem here real quick.
All right, that was your national anthem. I'm not sure if you could hear that. Well, good job by the Kings Mountain High School band.
So, yeah, captains for Burns, we got 77. That's Isaiah Baldwin. 52 is Jesse Bryant. Number 2, that's Naquan Marble. And number 1, Romella Wells.
All right, so strategy last week worked out for Crest as they got a 2-for-1. They scored before halftime and then got the ball back. Let's see if Burns can win this toss, as some of these refs like to give a
They take their time. They give them a full speech there, don't
some of them
they?
like to give a full speech, and then some of them don't. And whenever I'm giving one of those speeches, I keep it as short as I can. So Burns will get to call it. You know, Burns has been the road team. They'll be road next week at East Gaston. Looks like Kings
Mountain wins it. It's
and
going to
they're
defer.
going to defer. So we'll be back with the Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff. Thank you for listening to the Ingalls Markets of Cleveland County and Stanley Tysinger Funeral Home of Falston pregame show. Kickoff coming up in just a few moments.
You've made it this far, and you deserve a class ring that truly tells your story. So it doesn't matter where you're at or what team you're from in the county, we at Wright's Jewelry are here to help you create that perfect class ring that represents the student that you have become over these many years. So just remember, you're not cookie cutter. You're made to stand out, and so is your class ring.
For over 60 years, through 3 generations, Hoyle Plumbing has been the reliable source for all your plumbing needs. Whether residential or commercial, our skilled technicians can handle your every plumbing issue. Rather tackle the job yourself? Hoyle Plumbing has a parts counter well-stocked and open to the public with knowledgeable people to answer any plumbing question you may have. Reach out to us today at HoylePlumbing.com. That's HOYLE plumbing.com. Your hometown plumber for over 60 years, Hoyle Plumbing is here for you.
Oliver's Hardware and Garden Center is not just a hardware store, but a real general store. Carrying items like feed and seed, hay, pine, needles, and straw. Also case knives, groove light belts, Ashe County cheese, Hunter's liver mush, and many more unique items not found in your typical hardware store. Plus a big selection of turtle boxes. They've got it all at Oliver's Hardware, 3217 Falston Road, Highway 18, between Shelby and Falston. Or online at olivershardware.com. Oliver's Hardware supports the Burns Bulldogs football team and their quest for a state title.
All right, we're back. Burns will receive the opening kickoff, brought to you by Jam and J's Pizza and Kings Mountain Band. Boy, there's a lot of them out there. Did a good job with the national anthem tonight.
Yes, there's probably 60 or 70 people in that band.
Part of the pageantry here is you've got the band, you got the cheerleaders coming out here, you got running through the banner, all the great stuff that make high school football great. So if you get a chance, you need to come out to a game. You haven't been out to a game in a while. Come out to a game. It'll remind you of how great high school football really is.
It's going to end up being a good night tonight. I think the clouds have rolled through. It's still kind of dark back there where I think it's past. The skies and the radar looks good. I think it's going to be a good night for football.
Yeah, it would have been a good night last Friday.
Hey, good thing we didn't play in Lawndale tonight, because as much rain as we had up there, I don't know if there's any way we could have played it tonight.
You know, that field actually drains water pretty well. It does end up with some puddles on the sides. They probably would have found a way to get it in. It might have been delayed, but they did get a lot of rain in northern Cleveland County. Just kind of broke up as it went to southern Cleveland County. And let's see if we got the kicker for Kings Mountain.
We got Burns out on the field already, back deep for Burns. We got Joy Nussery, and that's Kenyon Surratt. So let's see if we can get a good punt return, get ourselves in good field position to start this one.
Okay, so kicking for Kings Mountain. See if I can find their kicker on the roster. I don't see the kicker on the roster. Might be a position player. Just wish we need to phone into the press box over there. Let's see as they break the huddle, just taking their time. This thing's just taking a little while to get started. And guy in the middle with a kicking tee, if we can This looks like it ends in a 0, and he's trying to figure out which to put it on. And not sure what's happened here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I had it on the wrong camera. That's my fault.
Is that number 70 maybe?
I don't know. I can't tell. And we're getting ready to have kickoff here. About 5 minutes late, but I'm not going to complain.
Well, like I say, I'm surprised we got the game off on time as much. That it was a delay to allow people in the stands here. So.
Not sure what we're waiting on. All right, now the hands are up in the air. Kings Mountain ready to go. Foot meets ball. Short kick taken by one of the up men at the 28 to the 30. And down there, Burns will take it 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line.
Not bad field position there. That is taken by 20. That's Mikey Dover. So Burns will start off in pretty decent field position here.
So they'll put it down at the 32. So Burns will take it there, 1st down and 10.
They are going to start with Wells. So let's see.
So it is Wells, in fact, and not Brawley tonight. So double wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Davis, the sole setback. And they'll give it to him. He'll try the right side, slips, loses his footing, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. They may be generous and give him a yard.
Yeah, he tried around the corner, so don't know how the field conditions are. Looks like he lost his footing just a little bit, so we'll have to keep watch on that.
So officially, we're going to give him a yard. So 2nd down and 9 as Wells looking over there at the side, and then going to give instructions to the offensive line. Double wide receivers left, one to the right. Davis in a little pistol set. Last time he was on the left hip of Wells. Now in the pistol set, Wells claps the hands, has the football, gives it to Max, and up the middle, and nothing doing.
Yeah, a little inside handoff.
He will lose 2 yards, and it'll make it 3rd and 11. Or 3rd and 10. They're going to say he lost 1. So 2 Max Davis runs, a net of 0. And double wide receivers to the left. Looks like Surratt out here to the right, and Burns trying to avoid a quick 3 and out here. So passing situation here for Wells. In the shotgun. Snap is back. He's got time. He's looking. Lets it go. Man's out there. Intercepted. Just didn't throw it far enough, and Kings Mountain will take over on their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, had good protection there. Left it up just a little bit high. And at least it was a little bit downfield where he threw it. So Kings Mountain will take over right at the 44-yard line. Their own 44 there.
So with 10:27 left to go in the first quarter, Burns, a de facto 3 and out there. Kings Mountain will take it on their own 44-yard line. Now we get to see Jenkins, the freshman that everybody's been talking about here, transferred in. Ware's number 1, trips to the left, single wide receiver right. Now it's not trips. They took off a guy. It's double wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, H-back to the left. Running back on his left hip. And it's going to be a little pop pass. And in the backfield,
oh, nice
play. If they could pull him down, they finally do. The gang tackle him for a loss. Big loss on the play. All the way back inside the 40. All the way back to the 36. That's going to be a loss of 8. Who was the ball carrier, Matt?
I couldn't tell, but that was Amari Littlejohn for Burns who wrapped him up there. I didn't check that number for Kings Mountain.
Okay, we'll see if we can get that. So minus 8 yards on the first.
That's the way you want to start on defense if you're Burns.
So 2nd down, they're going to call it a loss of 7. 2nd down, 17, trips to the right. Running back on the left hip, and they play action. A little slant, nice play, big play, 1st down. Big gain all the way to the 41-yard line, so that's 13 plus.
And that was 5. That is Hutchins. Had 5 catches last week.
So that was number 5 for 22 yards. I think the first play is actually going to go in the books as minus 8 because there's a little pop pass. So we got 4 wide receivers in there. back, and it's going to be a little sweep to the right. And
Oh,
hard
hit.
hit, and that is a nominee for our big hit of the game. And I think that was Markalen Camp with the hit, and I think the ball carrier was 3.
That's 3. That's Hopper, the ball carrier. Went to the right side there, and Camp was able to put a good lick on him. Had Jude Towery in pursuit as well, so good defensive play there for Burns.
Gain of 3. 2nd down 7 for Kings Mountain. Triple wide receivers to the left. Jenkins in the gun again. 1 wide receiver right. Been going with a lot of 4 wide receiver sets. Quick slant. Picked off! Intercepted! Coming back the other way. I think it's Marble. Let's see who picked it off. And that's
Stroud.
Stroud with the pickoff. Check that. Zay Stroud with a pick. And he'll return it all the way into Kings Mountain territory.
He just sat on the inside slant and was just right there. Threw it right to him. He got a good run back as well. So, great job.
So, both teams trade interceptions. So, with 8:42 left to go, Burns will take it on the plus.
And we got Brawley out in the field for Burns at QB.
Plus 44-yard line. As Brawley has checked in. Pistol set. 4 wide receivers in for him. Davis, the zone setback. He claps the hands, doesn't get him to jump offside, so he'll look at the...
Good job. He almost had him flinch there.
He'll look over there to the sideline and see if he'll get the same play. Again, he's got 4 wide receivers in. Snap back. Davis gets it. Left side to a crease. Falls forward. He'll fall to the 38-yard line. Give him 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, nice little inside handoff there. Max Davis, good positive yards. Brings it up to the 38 of Kings Mountain.
So 2nd down and 5. As Brawley looks in. Trying to catch that defense being a little bit too eager to get over after the freshman. 4 wide receivers again. Davis on, looks like the left hip. And man goes in motion, and he'll get the football. And that's Usser. He tries to get the corner. Slides through a little crease. He'll have about 3. That's going to go in the books as a pass. So it'll be 3rd down and maybe 2. That's 3 yards, and those go in the book. They look like runs, but they go in the book as pass. Actually, I'm going to give him 4 yards on that. As it's 3rd down and 1 inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Triple wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Again, Brawley takes over here on the 2nd series. And he'll give it to Davis, and Davis is stoned. He'll lose a yard. It'll be 4th down and 2.
Yeah, hit behind the backfield there. I think that was 6 for Kings Mountain. So decision time for Burns. I know we rolled the dice last week against Crest.
I don't think this is a decision. They're going all the way. 4th down, and it's a long 2. It's a little bit more than 2 yards.
Bring in the beef patty. We got Nate Wilson in there. We got Mason Briley, Jude Towery, Max Davis. Might see a direct handoff to direct snap to Max Davis.
All right, so
run a little wildcat here.
Is that Davis back there?
Yep.
Yeah, it's Davis back there in the wildcat. Heavy set, and they go right with it. Davis stoned. He won't get it. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, penetration there again. That was again number 6 for Kings Mountain Camp. So Burns stalls on this drive. Kings Mountain will take over right at their own 35-yard line.
So Davis held to 4 yards on his first 5 attempts, and here comes Jenkins and the Kings Mountain offense as teams traded turnovers in the first quarter. 6 minutes, 45 seconds left to go. First quarter, no score on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky, and Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. 3 wide receivers there, H back to the right, and they're going to try a little run and wrapped up. Nope, broke out of a tackle, and he'll get about 9. Let's get the ball carrier's number 25.
25, yeah. Brought down by Dawkins, number 22.
So 25 is, let's see, that's Kareem Coleman. That's right, that's Coleman. And that's his first carry, and he'll get 9.
I'll bring up 2nd and 1 for Kings Mountain here.
So 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Again, very similar formation with that H-back over there to the right, and they're going to try it again. Coleman at the middle, pushes the pile. Positive yardage, and he'll get up to the 49-yard line, give him 5, and that's going to be a Kings Mountain first down.
Yeah, pushed the pile, brought down by Wilson but it does move the chains for Kings Mountain, as you said.
First down is brought to you by Reliable Roofing of Shelby and Ingalls Markets. So that was 25 again, right?
25 again.
Okay, so he's up to 2 carries and 14 quick yards on this drive as Kings Mountain near half field. They're at their own 49-yard line after they stopped Burns on downs after throwing an interception. Yeah. Good. All right, so we've got I thought Jenkins kept it, but a good disguise of the play there. And that's going to be 6 with a carry down to the 35. That's a 16-yard carry. And another Kings Mountain reliable roofing and Ingalls Market's first down.
Yeah, that's Camp again. It's playing a little both ways here for Kings Mountain. He's a big boy. Yeah, they got him. This is 5'9", 225. He's a load to bring down.
So Kings Mountain chunk plays there, a couple of them on this drive, and they were in plus territory at the Burns 35. Jenkins will hand it up the middle, big hole, dragging tacklers. I believe that's 6, and that's Camp. And Camp will have 9 more before he's drugged down.
Yeah, good tackle there, Amari Littlejohn.
Looks like Camp and Coleman are their little two-headed monster back there.
Yeah, so we're relying a little more on the running game here early on than I thought they would.
Weren't able to run.
Interception on that last drive.
Yeah, didn't run it very effectively in the first drive, but running effectively here. Double wide receivers to the right. And then Jenkins is going to keep it. Left side, puts the head down. He'll advance it to the 21-yard line, gain of 7, and another Ingalls Markets reliable roofing first down.
Yeah, Kippen, that's what makes him dangerous. Is he's got that run ability. He's got to, able to stretch the field, extend plays. Brought down by Marble there for Burns.
Actually give him 6. But another first down, and that's 4 of them for Kings Mountain, 3 of them on this drive. As they've been affected, little H-back to the left side. As 25, I believe that's Coleman is the running back. It's going to be Jenkins on the quarterback keeper through a crease. Big hole. Makes his move. Makes another man miss. Still going, and he's inside the 10. Give him 15 yards and another reliable roofing Ingalls Markets first down.
Yeah, took it up the middle. Was able to juke his way for a few extra yards there. Kings Mountain inside the red zone, knocking on the door of their end zone here.
So it's all the way down to the 9-yard line, or the 7. It's a little hard to figure it out with those soccer lines on the field. So first down goal for the Mountaineers as they've really 4 first downs on this march. Started back inside their own territory, but they've moved it effectively, and it's going to be Coleman up the middle, dragging tacklers. He'll have 5, second down and goal.
Yeah, shoestring tackle there by Baldwin prevented the score. Probably would have scored on that play.
And here comes Camp. It seems like they alternate the running backs. Camp comes in. 34 comes in, and that's Brock Phillips, who's probably going to be an extra blocker as an H-back. So Kings Mountain huddles up. Second down goal. They're actually at the 3-yard line. Taking his time now is Jenkins, and it's going to be up the middle and touchdown. 3-yard TD run by Jenkins.
Yeah, took it straight in, found a pretty good size hole there, and was able to get it in. So Kings Mountain strikes first here.
So it's first down, touchdown for Kings Mountain makes it 6-0 on your No Malarkey Mr. Sparky of Cherryville scoreboard and your Wright's Jewelry of Falston scoreboard. Point after touchdown, but brought to you by Reliable Roofing and Honda Motorcycles of Shelby.
And the kicker, I think, is Rylan Woody, I believe.
All right, so Woody on for the PAT. Snap back. It's a bad snap, and trying to convert it to a 2-point conversion, thrown and picked off in the end zone. Can't be run back. Yep. Not in high school. Can't run it back. So it'll remain 6-0 on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky, and Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Robert Morgan Funeral and Cremation in Boiling Springs are proud to serve our surrounding communities with the utmost care and compassion. They also try to work with families to tailor services costs so as not to overextend. Robert Morgan Funeral and Cremation offers cremations, burials, and pre-need, as well as fraternal services and military service options. Call them at 704-300-2343 with questions, or visit them on the web at rsmorganfsl.com.
Hondo and Gus are happy, happy, happy. See, Hondo and Gus are the dogs at Parker Family Feed in Bellwood. Now, Hondo and Gus have been trying to get Amber and Dakota to get Victor Dog Food. Well, guess what? They've got it. Victor Dog Food now at Parker Family Feed in Bellwood. And Hondo and Gus are happy, happy, happy. And come in now and get your deer corn, deer attractants, and see the new Rut Hut deer stands. Parker Family Feed, 121 Carpenter's Grove Church Road off Highway 18 North in Bellwood. You'll leave happy too.
Jam J's Pizza Factory coming up, and that was a scoring drive of 8 plays, all on the ground.
Like
But the one Usry's going to take it back at the 11, up to the 20, and he swarmed there. He's hit down pretty hard. And it's going to be first down and 10, Burns around the 20-yard line with 2 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in the first half.
backed up a little bit, right, starting at the 18 here. And I think we got, let's see.
See there.
I think we got Wells coming back in at QB.
Gonna spot the ball at the 21-yard line.
We must be going to alternate QB possessions here, I guess.
All right, so Wells back up under center. He's been on the first and third possession. Double wide receivers left. Wells waits on the snap, has it. He'll try quarterback run left side, makes one man miss, and not much. Leans forward, maybe 2 yards, second down and 8.
Yeah, try to cut it up the middle there, but bottled up by several Mountaineers.
Yeah, they're going to give him 2. So second down and 8, and Burns would love to start to get a ground game going. It's something going. First possession, interception. Second possession, 4 plays, and turn it over on downs. So unfortunately for Burns, they do not have a first down as of yet. Double wide receivers left, one to the right. Claps the hands, has the football. He'll throw it in a little bit of trouble, and he bounces off the tackler. He's still on his feet, and he'll fall forward and make something out of nothing. He'll fall forward to the 26, so give him 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5.
What a run by Romello Wells. I thought he was going to be dropped there for a sack.
For some reason, the officials stopped the clock, and I'm not sure why.
Took another hard hit right before his tackle, but gritty effort. He gained a few yards there. So let's see what is it a false start? So that's going to be taken away.
I don't think it's a false start because they would kill the play on a false start. It's going to be the first penalty of the game. And that penalty is brought to you by Hoyle Plumbing of Shelby. So no play there. It remains second down, but now it's behind the stick, second down and 13. So our first Hoyle Plumbing penalty of the game.
And Brawley's back in at QB.
Triple wide receivers to the right. Davis beside Brawley. On his left hip. Claps the hands, has the football. He looks. He's got time. He lets it go down the middle. Man's there. Caught! That's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. Big gainer out to the 42-yard line. Give him 24 yards, and an Ingles Market's first down.
Now, what a pass. Case Brawley found Wells out there. I think that was Wells, wasn't it?
Don't know.
Yeah. That's Wells on the catch.
Okay, so that was Wells on the catch. As I said, all the way up to that's a 24-yard pass play. So great job to go up there, get it, bring it down, and be first down and 10. As I said, first down of the game as Brawley's back, going to throw it out in the flat, but they got this one snuffed out, and that's going to be a loss of 4. Let's try to see who that player is.
That's Wells again.
So Wells this time will lose 4 yards. So unfortunately, it's going to be behind the sticks. As that play, I got it for 20. Yeah, it was 24 yards.
Yeah, it was a great pass. Found a little pocket and dropped it in right there where he needed to. Good pass there, Case Brawley.
All right, double wide receivers right, 2 to the left. And man in motion, Surratt. Brawley back again, has time over the middle, complete. Horse collar tackle there, and I think there might be a roughing the quarterback penalty. Trying to think, I think that was Surratt who caught the football.
So I don't see a penalty flag where horse collar was, but as you said, it should be roughing the passer over here.
Let's see what it is. As it stands, it's only about a 2-yard reception by Surratt. So officials talking it over.
Yeah, the flag's on the close side of the field here. So
let's see. So we're still waiting. And it's going to be a hold against Burns.
Oh, man.
So they're going to back it up 10, so no completion. And I thought it was thrown right there by Brawley. I was hoping I missed a roughing the passer call. But they're going to mark it off.
Yeah, would have made a good catch there by Surratt. But wait a minute.
I'm not sure. They called a hold against Burns, and then
they're moving the chain forward.
Now they're going to move it because they're going to – I think Kings Mountain's going to maybe take the play.
Either that or the holding was upfield or something. I don't know. Just somewhere the –
I'm not sure. If the holding was upfield, why is the flag back by the quarterback?
Yeah, don't
so they're going to wind the clock, and this looks like it's a do-over. It's
closing in on the last few seconds of the first quarter.
Second down and 8. Triple wide receivers left, one to the right. Brawley takes the snap. He's back. He's got time. He's got all day. Lets it go. Ball's deflected and intercepted. So, unfortunately, that pass is intercepted by number 12.
Yeah, had a lot of pressure in his face, and ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. So, tough play there, and Kings Mountain got under it for the interception.
So, that's going to be the second turnover. And both Burns quarterbacks have thrown an interception. So they're 3 possessions. Pick, downs, pick.
And Kings Mountain will take over at the 41. 6-0 Kings Mountain, 17 seconds left in this first quarter. Can't see the scoreboard there, I guess. But
all right, so it's first down and 10 from the 41-yard line. That's about the same distance Kings Mountain went on their first touchdown possession. Double wide receivers left, one to the right. And in the shotgun is Jenkins. Sends his H back to the right. Probably going to block. He does. Squirts through a hole. Still on his feet. Good balance in the open field. Puts the head down. And I think that's Coleman, 25, all the way to the 43-yard line. So give him 9-7. That's a 16-yard run. And another Ingalls Markets Reliable Roofing first down.
Tackle there by Aaron Bess. And that ought to close down the first quarter there. Let's see if they run another play here.
Let's see if they're going to get it off. They don't get it off. So at the end of 1, it's Kings Mountain 6, Burns nothing on your Wright's Jewelry. No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be right back.
It's mowing season, and now's the time to buy a new mower at West End Sales in Vail. Come see the big selection of quality name brand mowers and get 0% financing for 60 months on Bad Boy, Hustler, and Steel mowers. Also other mowers including Bobcat, Coyote, and Grasshopper, 0% for 48 months. And check out 0% financing for 84 months on a brand new Coyote 35 horsepower tractor. Hurry in soon, West End Sales, 110 Highway 18 North in Vail, online at westendsales.com. Simply the best. That's what you get when you buy a new Skag mower from Elliott Supply in Polkville. Simply the best. See the new Skag, Simply the Brave Series, zero-turn mower, trimmed out in camouflage to help support our nation's heroes. And the new Skag Bluebird Edition, commercial zero-turn mower. Simply the best. Get your new Skag mower today from Elliott Supply, 2301 West Stagecoach Trail, Highway 182 in Polkville. Online at ElliottSupplyINC.com.
Second quarter underway, 6-0 on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky Wright's Jewelry scoreboard as Kings Mountain takes it first down and 10 inside Burns territory at the 44. Jenkins in the gun sends H back in motion, and Burns up there to try to stop the run. Jenkins flings it out, caught. Another big gain of about 13. That's number 3 on the reception. That's Hopper. And another Ingalls Markets Reliable Roofing first down.
A little quick pass. Brought down by Tysinger again for Burns.
And we have 7 first downs for Kings Mountain, only 1 for Burns. So it's been pretty much domination by Kings Mountain so far as they have forced 2 turnovers. So Burns needs a stop here. Ball up to the 32-yard line. Gain of 12 on that last reception. So Jenkins in the gun again. Double wide receivers to the right. A little up the middle. It's Coleman bouncing off tacklers before he's drugged back. They're trying to strip the football. Can't get it out, but Coleman's got 5 more.
That's chased down by McKenzie there. Kamari McKenzie.
So that's going to be 2nd down and 6. Kings Mountain's got the offense clicking so far. Inside the 28. Burns needs a stop. Need a turnover. Another turnover as Kings Mountain has thrown an interception. So early in the game, it has been 2 interceptions thrown by Burns, 1 thrown by Kings Mountain. Double wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. H-back over there to the right, and that's Jenkins goes that way. Cut down in the backfield. I think that's Mark Halen Camp. Or it wasn't.
That was 10. That was a McKenzie again. I think got him. That's his third tackle of the night.
So he'll lose 2, and that's a big tackle by McKenzie.
Yeah, it's a big 3rd down play here. If you can stop them here, not sure what their field goal unit looks like, but it'd probably 4 down territory, I would think.
The snap didn't look real good on their extra point. 3rd down, 8. Ball just inside the 30-yard line. Jenkins in the gun. Double wide receivers right. He'll clap the hands, and did Burns go across? They did.
Dang.
That's going to be a Hoyle Plumbing penalty, the 2nd against Burns, and that's going to make 3rd and long, 3rd and short.
Yeah, 5 yards. It'd be 3rd and 3, looks like.
So, love saying Hoyle Plumbing, rather say it on the other team's penalty. So it's 3rd down and now 3, and now they're going to change the personnel a little bit.
Yes. They got it 3rd and looks like it's 3rd and 2 where they got the ball spotted.
Danny tells me it's 14-0 Shelby. Jenkins up under center. And they're going to take it straight out power run, squirting through, falling forward all the way to the 15-yard line. Gain of 9. And that's number 99, the ball carrier.
Yeah, he just took it right up the middle.
So that's the 8th first down.
Yeah, that's McKenzie again with another tackle. But saved the touchdown there. He's broke free for a few yards.
So very quickly, Kings Mountain up to the line.
Kind of been a little hurry-up offense here.
And they got a little double hug over there to the right, couple H-backs, and it's going to be a sweep to the right and bouncing off tacklers, and that is number 6. It's Camp. He'll take it from the 16 to the 4. That's another Ingalls Markets Reliable Roofing first down.
Yeah, just playing power football right now.
That's a gain of 12. And he's up to 36 yards.
I didn't see this too much against Shelby, but they got their big boys in.
Another double hug over there and double hug to the right. And they're going to give it to 99, and he's going to be stuffed. This time he's taken back, and let's see where he's at. Let's see where they mark it. Ball was on the 4. And big 99 is going to need a little help getting up.
I tell you, great job there, Xavier Epps. Get some penetration there, get a good hit on him so the rest of the guys can kind of wrap him up and pull him down there.
So that's going to be no gain. 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. And Burns got to come up with a turnover or a stop here. It's 9:13 left to go, 2nd quarter. They already trail 6-0. Kings Mountain knocking on the door. There's that double hug to the right again. Jenkins under center. And it's going to be running play right side, tackled short of the goal line. Let's see who that is. That's Boyd again. Camp. He has 3, and it's going to be 3rd down and goal.
He's going to be right at the goal line, and I think we got an injured player.
Okay, so we're going to take a timeout, and timeouts are brought to you by Maxwell Hammock Insurance of Shelby. We'll be right back.
The Cleveland County Fair is back October 1st to the 11th. For over a century, the Cleveland County Fair has been a tradition. Since 1924, the fair has brought families together to celebrate agriculture, community, and good old-fashioned fun. Attractions this year include the Ninja Experience, Hack Monsters Chainsaw Artists, the Demolition Derby, Cowboy Andy's Wild West Showdown, Wild Bill's Racing Pigs, and UBU the Band. And of course, Ride Offers shows with over 40 exciting rides. For more information, go to clevelandcountyfair.com.
Jude Towery a little shaken up, but able to come up under his own power, and that's a good sign for the Bulldogs. Hopefully he's okay. Again, that's a Maxwell Hamrick Insurance of Shelby. Timeout, and now big play here for the Bulldogs, Matt.
Yeah, took it right down inside the 1 yard line. So been playing power football. They brought in their beef there at the goal line. I expect to see the same here again for Kings Mountain.
6-0, but Kings Mountain 1 yard away from making that at least 12-0. Burns, maybe they could tear that football away. Maybe they can get a stop here. Yes, I'm sure they're going to stay in that power set. Big 99 still in there. He's got 2 carries for 9 yards.
We got some big boys up there too. Nate Wilson, Isaiah Baldwin.
Up under center quickly is Jenkins, and he'll take it himself, sneaks it in. Is he in? No signal yet. No signal yet. Now there's the signal. Jenkins with a 1 yard touchdown plunge is 12-0 on your Wright's Jewelry, Mr. Sparky scoreboard.
Yeah, it's a little QB keeper. Snuck it in. Let's see, is there a penalty flag here?
Let's see, they have it there. Signaling touchdown.
Yep. So it'd be interesting to see if they go for 2 here.
That's an 8-play drive. It's covered 59 yards. And just about 4 minutes off the clock, just shy of that, 3:52. And they're going to go for 2 on the PAT. And now they're going to have a timeout. So we're going to have a Maxwell Hamrick Insurance timeout. We'll be right back.
Tee it up at this area's finest golf course. That's Glen Oaks Golf Course off Highway 321 in Maiden. Since 1967, men, women, and children alike have all enjoyed a round of golf at the Glen Oaks Golf Course with the finest fairways, bunkers, and greens. And amenities include a pro shop, driving range, snack bar, banquet facility, fitness room, locker rooms, picnic shelter, and a swimming pool. For tee times and membership information, call 828-428-2451. Yes, tee it up at the Glen Oaks Golf Course, 245 Golf Course Road off Highway 321 in Maiden.
All right, back to live action. 12-0 on your New Malarkey, Mr. Sparky, Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. 1 yard TD plunge by Jenkins caps off that 8-play drive, 59 yards, took 3:52 off the clock.
And the last extra point was muffed, and so they are going to go for 2 here.
So
try to get it back up to 14.
All right, so the 2-point conversion brought to you by Reliable Roofing of Shelby and Honda Motorcycles of Shelby. They do go big, double hug to the right. And it's going to be Jenkins on the rollout, finds a man, but threw it behind him, had a man open, so no good. We'll take another timeout. It's 12-0 on your Mr. Sparky Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
At Bayada Home Healthcare in Shelby, they believe that home is where the heart is. When it matters most, Bayada Home Healthcare is all about heart, teamwork, and showing up when it matters most. And if you're a veteran, you may qualify for VA-funded home health care. Call Bayada Home Health Care, 704-669-4000 today. Again, 704-669-4000. Bayada Home Health Care in Shelby, 1105-3 East Dixon Boulevard. And be sure to like them on Facebook, too.
DeRisi Power Sports is your go-to for ATV and UTV parts, service, and accessories. DeRisi is nationally recognized for building race engines and suspensions. They also perform race bike builds. Stop in today and see Santo and Heather DeRisi. These people know what they're doing, and they're located at 4225 Falston Road in Shelby, or find them online at www.derisiracing.com or call them at 704-538-3512.
Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff. I believe that's Ussery with the
Ussery.
football, and he'll dive forward to the 30-yard line, and that's where Burns will have it. First down and 10. I think I see a penalty flag on the field.
Yeah, let's see what the call is here.
So that was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 play drive. Took 3:52 off the clock, 59 yards. And Jenkins with a TD plunge of 1 yard, and that makes it 12-0. And that's going to be a penalty against Burns. That's going to march him back 10. That's a third penalty against Burns. That's cost him 20 yards so far. So they'll start it back, not at the 30, all the way back. It's a 15-yard penalty. I
think it might have been a chop block there.
So 15 yards on that Hoyle Plumbing penalty. So check that. That's 25 yards, and Burns can ill afford mistakes. The clock's running. I have no idea why. Now they stopped it.
But Wells back in the QB.
Double wide receivers left, one to the right. Wells looks, and there's going to be another penalty, as that's going to be a false start, and it's going to back up Burns 5 more. Just try, can't get the bus out of reverse right now. Only down 12-0, but just some self-inflicted wounds here, some penalties, some turnovers, and just have to play better than that against a good team. So let's see if we can get it going here. It's first down now, 15 yards to go. Now Wells in the gun, 1 wide receiver right, 2 to the left. Wells will back it up, pistol set with Davis behind him. And he'll clap the hands, and he'll give it to Davis. Davis through a little crease, takes on tacklers, plows forward. He'll have about 3. It'll be second down and 12.
Yeah, took it straight up the middle there, trying to get something going here on offense.
See if he can break through a little crease there. Got a few. See where they put the down marker.
You just gotta think that he's going to break one here before too long.
Going to give him 4. Unfortunately for him, that's 6 carries, 8 yards. Just having a little bit of a hard time. Second down and 11. They do give him 4. Double wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Davis on the right hip of Wells, a little bit low on the snap. He'll try the right to the left side, and he'll take a tackler with him. Still taking tacklers with him. All the way out to the 25-yard line, and I believe that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, I'll be enough to move the chains there.
So they're going to give him 15 yards, and that is a first down against Reliable Roofing in Ingalls Market's first down.
A great cutback. He cut it back into the middle. Little juke move and carried a couple of defenders there at the end. Nice looking run there, Max Davis.
So that's what the doctor ordered for Burns. First down and 10. Double wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Wells claps the hands. And Davis will try it again. Right side cut down, lost 2 that time. Nice knifing inside. I think it was number 7 for Kings Mountain. As he came in there and just blew that play up. And that'll put Burns behind the sticks. They're only going to say he lost 1. So that'll be second down and 11. 6:30 left to go here, second quarter. 12-0. Kings Mountain on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky and Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. Double wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Wells in there, quarterback, giving some instructions to the offensive line. Davis on his left hip. Wells surveys the scene. Man comes in motion. H back to the right. Wells claps the hands. He rolls. He fires. Tries to set up the screen and just, I don't know if he caught it.
Ball was a little bit underthrown there. I think the intended receiver was.
They stopped the clock.
I think that was Howell, the intended receiver.
Got a penalty there. Let's see what the penalty is. Are they picking it up? That's going to be a penalty against. Is that against Burns? I'm not sure. It looks like the referee's getting ready to march off a penalty, but then puts the ball back down. Let's see if they take the penalty.
They won't decline it.
Yeah, so it's going to be, I guess, an incomplete pass.
So 3rd and 11, I guess, still on the field. They're going to decline it.
So it is 3rd down, 11 yards. Yeah, and whatever the penalty was, they didn't take it.
And Case Brawley checking back in here.
So Broadley, throwing situation. I think they may feel more comfortable with Brawley in this situation.
Had a great pass last drive for a first down.
So wide receiver out wide to the right.
We'll see
Give some instruction to the offensive line. Double wide receivers left. Single back set again. That's Davis. See if they can give him a little time to throw the football. He's back. He's got time. He pump fakes. He's going to roll to his left, keeping the play alive. Throws. Man's out there. Did he come back and get it? He did come back and get it, and let's see who that is. That's Davis with a reception.
Nice catch.
Not enough for a first down, but up to the 34-yard line. So give him 9 yards. Let's see what they do here.
What a catch there, Max Davis.
Yeah, Max
what a throw there coming back across his body. Case Bryant. They're going to go for it here.
They are going to give him 10 yards.
Oh, they give him a first down. Yeah, we're good.
It's fourth down, Matt. Fourth down and 1.
Oh, they didn't have the scoreboard right.
Fourth down and 1. So, Brawley, double wide receivers left, one to the right. Claps the hands, tries to get him to jump off. Play clock down to 7. They're going to call a Maxwell Hammocks Insurance timeout. So we'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
The name DeRisi is a well-known name in Polkville. Joe DeRisi operates 3 auto-related businesses there, including DeRisi Auto Sales and Service, located at 4606 Polkville Road. DeRisi Body Shop on West Stagecoach Trail. Whether it's an attractively priced used car or maybe you need a tune-up or body work done, Joe DeRisi is the man. Call 980-295-5000 for the pre-owned car and service shop or 704-538-9956 for the body shop. Like them on Facebook too. Is your garage door not operating correctly, or it may be completely broken? If so, call Cleveland County Garage Doors. Cleveland County Garage Doors is family-owned and operated, where you get honest and dependable service. They offer great deals on door-link garage doors, and service calls start at $75. Just call C.J. Waters at Cleveland County Garage Doors for service and installation. Call 704-472-9367. Again, 704-472-9367. And see them on Facebook at CC Garage Doors.
All right, big fourth down. 4th down and 1. Direct handoff, cut down, see where the spot is. I think that
Probably
was.
Don't be shy.
Who was on the direct? Was that Davis?
That was Wells. Took the
Wells.
direct
Let's see where they mark it. They are marking it a first down. That's going to be a reliable roofing. Ingles markets
Call
first
a break
down.
on that one.
Christmas comes early for the Bulldogs.
I thought he was going to have a couple yards shy. Do have a guy on the ground for Kings Mountain.
Okay, so we got a Maxwell Hammocks Insurance timeout. We'll be right back.
Help! Help! He's back in town.
Yeah, I'm back in town, and this town is going down. It's me, Clint Eatswood, and I can't be stopped. I eat all the wood I see, and there's nothing you can do.
Someone call H&H Pest Control. They'll stop Clint Eatswood.
Stop Clint Eatswood before he destroys your home. Call H&H Pest Control and Waterproofing at 704-482-2847. Online at hhpci.com.
All right, first down and 10. Again, that's brought to you by Ingles Markets and Reliable Roofing of Shelby. 5 minutes, 23 seconds left to go in the half. Burns trails, but they do have a couple of first downs on this drive. They're up to 3.
And Wells back in at QB. Had that first down run last play there.
Double wide receivers right, one to the left. Davis on his hip on the right side. And did they come across? It looked like they came across. No call. So it looks like we're not getting that. And you can hear the coaches up top.
They're not happy
with that. Is Trent Marty not happy with that call? So we're going to do it again. And Davis is going to go to the right hip of Wells. Wells claps the hands, has the football, has a little bit of time, lets it go. Man is out there, breaking free. It's Ussery. Pass interference. It's got to be pass interference. Here come the Hoyle Plumbing penalty flags. That'll be a first down for Burns.
Yeah, had Ussery there. Came back to catch it. Went up, and hit by the Kings Mountain defender. Pretty easy call there, if you ask me. Nice looking throw there by Romello Wells.
So for the first time, I believe Burns will have it in plus territory, as that's a 15-yard penalty. And that's going to move it all the way to the midfield stripe. So they're right at the midfield stripe. 4th first down.
Yeah, I don't think nobody expected to see Wells throw the ball downfield like that. Pretty good looking throw.
So it's 4 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the half. Kings Mountain leads at 12-0 on your Wright's Jewelry. And no malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. But Burns, 3 first downs on this drive.
We got McKenzie in the backfield for Burns.
That's McKenzie. Okay.
McKenzie, not sure where Max is at. I hope he's okay.
Might be getting a breather. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. And Wells in the gun. Looks like Kings Mountain showing blitz, and it's going to be McKenzie, and it's a run blitz, and that running play went nowhere. Loss of 5. What number's McKenzie?
That's 10.
So McKenzie, unfortunately, on his first carry, loses 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 15, back to the 45.
Yeah, Marion McKenzie, the sophomore.
So 2nd down, 15 yards to go.
Yeah, Davis is back out there now. Probably needed a little breather there.
He's been to workouts. He's got 8 carries, but only 23 yards. Did have the one nice carry for 15. Double wide receivers right, 1 to the left.
See if they go back to him here.
And man comes in motion, and it's going to be a fake on the pop pass, rolling as Wells, rolling, and he'll throw into a crowd. Did he catch it? And they're going to give him a catch.
Wow.
Up to
what a catch.
The 36-yard line. Not sure who caught it, but that's going to be a 19-yard reception and a Reliable Roofing Ingalls Market's first down.
And we got a man down for Burns here right at the sideline.
Okay, so we'll be right back.
For 18 straight years, Via Health Partners has been voted the #1 in hospice. There's got to be a reason. Via Health Partners provides exceptional care. The comfort of their patients is their top concern, and that is why they offer hospice care wherever a patient calls home. Via Health Partners is there where you need them and when you need them. Find out more by visiting the website at viahp.org. Again, viahp.org. Voted #1 in hospice for the 18th straight year. Via Health Partners, founded as Hospice, Cleveland County.
So it's Usry on the reception.
Yeah, was shaking up a little bit there on the sideline, but I think he's got up under his own power. So what a throw there by Romello Wells. Looks like he was going to be flushed out of bounds and threw it last minute. Diving catch by Jordan Usry to move the chains for Burns.
All right, so the ball will be at the 36-yard line. So it was from the 45 to the 36. That's 19 yards. And another Ingalls Markets Reliable Roofing first down. Burns with by far its best offensive possession of the game, as they now have 5 first downs on this drive. As man comes in motion, it's Wells. He's back. He's looking. He's got time. Now he's going to roll to his left. He's going to take off with the football. It's 35-30. Still on his feet. 25. Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. That'll be another Ingalls Markets Reliable Roofing first down. Give him 13 on that scamper, Matt.
Yeah, what a run there. Romello Wells, this offense is showing some life here. A good downfield block there. Kenyon Surratt was able to get a good block, got him extra 4 or 5 yards there.
So first down, Burns getting close to the red zone. 3:37 left to go here in the second quarter. 12-0. Arnie, Mr. Sparky, and Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. But Wells has got the offense moving here. Got that first down. Maybe got the generous spot, but it's just sometimes Burns, you just need a break. And double wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Single back set is Davis on the right hip of Wells. Man comes in motion. That's Usry. He'll get the football. Right side, cuts it back, makes a move, falls forward. Give him 5 yards. It'll be second. Give him 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, not a bad little move there.
They like to move him in motion and just give him that direct handoff like a jet sweep to the right side. And it's going to be, no, I didn't think they didn't give him that much. They gave him 5. So that'll be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, that's the same play that he ran that big run last week against Crest.
Double wide receivers left. 1 to the right. Again, Davis. Beside Wells, I think it's Davis. Now there's a Hoyle Plumbing penalty against the Mountaineers.
Yeah, good hard count there. Romello Wells was able to get him to jump off sides.
So that's
5 yards closer.
Yeah, that's the 2nd penalty against the Mountaineers.
And they'll be close, about a yard shy of another first down.
So it'll be 2nd down and 1. I guess they only gave him 4. I thought they gave him 5 on first down, but inside the red zone, inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Clock runs, 2:45 left to go here in the first half. Double wide receivers to the right. Man comes in motion. It's going to be Wells. Rolls to his right, tries to get the corner.
Nice
goes
move.
forward, and he'll get about, let's see, he'll give him 3, but that's going to be another Ingles Markets Reliable Roofing first down.
Yeah, was able to spin his way there to get enough for that first down. Good athletic play there by Romello Wells.
And a methodical drive here by the Bulldogs. Unofficially, I have it at 4-8. I got this one at 13 plays. So Burns keeping the football, and they've kept it over 6 minutes, which is just what the doctor ordered for their defense. Double wide receivers. 14 all to Creston Shelby, says Danny. Thank you, Danny. Davis, left side. No, it's Wells, keeps it. Right side into the end zone for a numbers bookkeeping touchdown. That makes it 12-6 on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky, and Wright's Jewelry scoreboard.
Yeah, he kept that one, found a big hole in that right side, walked in pretty well untouched for the touchdown.
So that's going to give him a 12-yard TD run. And he is up to 34 yards rushing and a touchdown. And now the big extra point, once again brought to you by Reliable Roofing and Honda Motorcycles, both in Shelby.
And it's Ryan Siskin for the extra point for Burns.
I believe that's Uribe. He's left-footed. Snap is back. Kick up. And the kick is good. 12-7 on your Mr. Sparky Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
When it comes to your roof, don't fumble around. Call Reliable Roof and Gutter Services in Shelby. Snap your fingers, and you can have a new roof and gutters for your home. You'll get a touchdown of savings. Just call 980-552-9607, and Jeff Walsh will give you $2,000 off roof replacement or $500 off gutters or gutter guards. And Jeff will be more than happy to come out and give you a free estimate. Get on the winning team. Call Reliable Roof and Gutter Services. Online at reliableroofandgutter.com.
You've made it this far, you deserve a class ring that truly tells your story. So it doesn't matter where you're at or what team you're from in the county, we at Wright's Jewelry are here to help you create that perfect class ring that represents the student that you have become over these many years. So just remember, you're not cookie cutter. You're made to stand out.
All right, so extra point good, 12-7, and that drive, which took 14 plays, Wells on a 13-yard or 12-yard TD run, took 6 minutes and 32 seconds off the clock, and that's just what the doctor ordered, man. You needed to get your defense off the field, but now Kings Mountain's in that situation where they deferred, and they're going to try to get a 2-for-1.
Yep.
Because if they score, then they're going to get the ball back, the opening kickoff.
Yeah, it was a great job last drive. Romello Wells made a couple good throws, showed his run ability. So
pretty sure that's your Uribe on the kickoff.
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah, that's 31 is your Uribe.
Yep.
So Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff, driven, deep,
That's
all the way
three.
to the goal line, but he can bring it out. And gets through a little crease before he's bottled up. Good job by the special teams on that second level. Flag comes in and might have a crackback block.
Yeah, I think that's what they got Burns for that last kickoff return.
Let's see what they got. Hoyle Plumbing penalty.
That was 3.
And that's going to be holding. Nope, holding against the Mountaineers. That'll back them up 10 from the spot of the foul. So Mountaineers will be backed up, and that's the third penalty against the Mountaineers. They're up to 30 yards in penalties.
Yeah, that was Hopper on the return. So a minute, 51 seconds left here in this first half.
All the way back to the 12-yard line. No, inside. No, let's see. That soccer line gets a little confusing. Let's see where they've got it. At the 10? Believe it's at the 10. Yep, on the scoreboard they have it on the 10. So Kings Mountain backed way up with 1:51 left to go. That's where they'll take it.
We'll see if they play safe here, backed up deep in their own territory.
Doesn't look like it. They got 3 wide receivers in there. And that's Coleman up the middle. He'll fall forward and get about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. See if they call a timeout. That was 25, wasn't it?
Yep. And that's McKenzie again. That's his 6th tackle on the night. Playing good football out there on defense for Burns.
2nd down and 5. And again, they may try to get a first down or two before they get aggressive with their timeouts. Snap back, and it's going to be Coleman again, breaks a tackle and dives forward, and he gets to the 25. Give him 10, and that's another Reliable Roofing, Ingalls Market's first down.
Yeah, he broke free from that initial contact, and good job. I think that was Dawkins there, made the tackle, or that could have been a dangerous play there.
So clock stopped at 1:10 for the first down, now moves again. They wanted to get a little breathing room. Let's see if they get a more aggressive here. 3 wide receivers in again. And it's going to be play action. Jenkins back. Jenkins has it. He lets it go. Man's breaking free, underthrown, but he caught it just back to the ball. Well, the way they were reacting, no, he did catch it all the way up to the 35-yard line. So give him 40 yards on that reception. That was number 8.
I think so, yeah. It's only a matter of time before we saw him take a deep shot. And to answer my question earlier, they're not going to play it safe. They're trying to put some more points on the board.
Yeah. Got that initial first down. Here. Now they're going to take a Maxwell Hamrick Insurance timeout. We'll be right back.
They do it all at McNeely Diesel and Auto on West Grover Street in Shelby, your Napa Auto Care Center. No matter your drivability issue, McNeely Diesel and Auto can help. From an oil change to brakes to a tune-up, and they offer fleet service at very affordable prices. Plus, they cater to fleet and diesel customers. See Bill McNeely and his ASE certified technicians at McNeely Diesel and Auto, 441 West Grover Street in Shelby. Call 704-487-5192, your Napa Auto Care Center. Offering a full line of towing on and off-road.
All right, we're going to take it back to live action. Danny keeping me updated on the score. Crest, pick 6 for the Chargers. They now lead 21-14 after being down 14-0 early. Here on your Wright's Jewelry, No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard, 12-7, but Kings Mountain, the big play as Davis hauls in a 40-yard reception for another Ingalls Market's Reliable Roofing first down. And now Jenkins and company in business. Double wide receivers left, one to the right. And Jenkins will have it. Play action. Throws a little sidearm in the flat. Man makes a man miss. I think that's 3 on the reception.
3.
For a gain of 9. That's Hopper. That's his second grab.
Coverage there by Dawkins. Closing at 46 seconds left in this game. Another timeout on the field there.
All right. So another Maxwell Hamrick timeout. We'll be right back.
Do you own a small business, or maybe you're considering starting up a small business? For your small business accounting needs, talk with Noel Kay at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service in Shelby. For over 50 years, Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service has been taking care of small business bookkeeping needs across this entire area. Talk with Noel Kay today at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service, 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Call 704-484-2783. Online at numbersofshelby.com. They are there for you.
All right, so it's 2nd down 1. Kings Mountain on the Burns 26-yard line. And on the move very quickly as they've got a couple of big pass plays here. The 40-yarder, the big one. So in just 4 plays, they've moved it all the way to the 25. And play action, Jenkins throws it outside. Our man is out there. And again, sliding down. I believe that's 3. He'll get it to the 19. Gain of 7. That's Hopper again.
That'll move the chains.
That's another Ingalls Market's Reliable Roofing first down. 12 of them for Kings Mountain in this half. And clock is running. Play action. Jenkins throws through the hands and incomplete.
Yeah, ball saw that's intended for number 3 again. Little out route there. Stop the clock at 28 seconds left here in the second half.
Yeah, he likes to throw that
second quarter.
That little sidearm.
He's got a quick release, and he throws it like perfectly sidearm. And his normal motion is kind of 3/4. So
ball at the 19-yard line. Double wide receivers right, double wide receivers left. I think it's Coleman will be the lone setback on the right hand. That we got a timeout. Burns might be taking a timeout. We'll take it with him. Maxwell Hamrick Insurance timeout. We'll be right back.
It's time to ride red and ride into Honda Motorcycles of Shelby and ride out on your brand new Honda bike, side-by-side, or four-wheeler. You know deer season, it's just around the corner. Get your four-wheeler today. And be sure to see the brand new 2026 Honda Pioneer 1000 side-by-side. And ask about Honda bonus bucks, up to $3,000 available. Come on in for all the details. Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard. Online at HondaMotorcyclesofShelby.com.
Sorry.
All right, so we got a timeout on the field. 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. So in just 6 plays, though, Kings Mountain has moved it all the way to the 19 inside the red zone. Their kicking game has not been good. So Burns can get a stop here. Only 28 seconds left to go. 4 wide receivers in there for Jenkins. Play action. He's got time. Lets it go. Zips it complete. And out of bounds, and I think that's 5 that time, and he'll have it to the 9-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and another Ingles Markets Reliable Roofing first down.
He's good with that quick release. Well, Marble had him covered pretty well, but
so that's going to be. They're going to actually call it. No, they're going to call it a first down. That's what I thought. It's got the 9-yard line, and more importantly for Kings Mountain, it got out of bounds. So another pass play, 7th play of this drive. As it's going to be play action. Jenkins looks and he ducks out of a sack, throws it back across his body, and tried to make a reception, but incomplete. Wow.
I tell you, Mark Camp almost had him behind the line of scrimmage for a sack. Fortunate got rid of that ball, and a dangerous pass across the field very easily could have been intercepted.
I tell you what, the freshman, he's going to test his limits there.
He's got some poise for sure, but 18 seconds left.
But he did a great job getting out of the sack. 2nd down and goal. They still have first down on the board with the down markers at 2nd. Double wide receivers left, double wide receivers right. And it's going to be play action again. And under some pressure, throws it in the corner of the end zone. Too far. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, threw it that back corner. Out of bounds. We got a late penalty flag.
Let's see what
I
we
hope
got.
that is not some kind of run into the roughing the passer penalty.
Let's see what we got. Looks like Kings Mountain might be going backwards. Let's see.
I saw him get up from the ground.
Let's see. So it's going to be dead ball. Personal foul against Kings Mountain. Nice. So that's another Hoyle Plumbing penalty. Oh, offsetting penalties. So those Hoyle Plumbing penalties will offset, and it'll be 3rd down and 9. Not sure, didn't see it. My eyes were on the action of the pylon, but 2 big plays here for Burns. 3rd down and goal for Kings Mountain. So Burns would just love to keep him out of the end zone. Kings Mountain, I believe, out of timeouts. No, they're still showing 1. They have 1 timeout.
They're going to have a couple cracks here.
So double wide receivers left, double wide receivers right. Jenkins in the shotgun again. I think that's 6. That's Camp beside him. He's back. He lets it go. Corner of the end zone. Jump, leaping catch made. And that's 5. And I think that's Hutchins with a 9-yard TD reception.
Yeah, threw it to that back corner, right at the very corner of the end zone there.
So after 2 TD runs, now Jenkins has a TD pass, and on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky Wright's Jewelry scoreboard, it makes it 18-7. That's also a numbers bookkeeping touchdown for the Mountaineers. And now they're going to try the PAT again. And again, the PAT is brought to you by Reliable Roofing and Honda Motorcycles, both of Shelby. Yes, that was Ryan Sisk on the PAT. It was Uribe on the kickoff. So thank you, Becca, for letting me know. Snap is back, kick up, and kick.
I think it might have been tipped,
no good. So the PAT no good. It remains 18-7. On your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Planning a funeral service can be a very difficult process for families who have just lost a loved one. Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts is the theme for the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Falston. It's important to them to provide those who are grieving with a supportive environment in which they can begin to find closure, say goodbye, and come to terms with their loss. Find out more today. Visit them online at StammyTysongerFuneralHome.com or give them a call at 704-538-8631. The Stammy Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center, 846 East Stagecoach Trail in Fallston. The Stammy Tysinger Funeral Home now offers water cremations.
All right, so just to get our kicker straight one more time, that it is Sisk doing the point after touchdowns and Uribe doing the kickoffs. It's a little hard to see those gold numbers on those Burns uniforms. We want to make sure we get the young men the recognition they deserve. And now we got a Jam and Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff, and that hurts because Kings Mountain's going to get the football back to start the second half, and they'll have an 11-point lead. I got a little work to do in their point after touchdown game. And kickoff, and little number. It's going to be taken. Is that Ussery? Ussery
Yep.
at the 21. He'll work to the right,
Surratt.
try to get around the corner. Or Surratt, stiff arm, pulled down. He'll be pulled down at the 29-yard line with 3 seconds left to go.
So let's see if Burns tries to run a play here. 3 seconds left in this first half. They may just take a knee and take it to Fieldhouse. Looks like that's what they're going to do.
So let's see. I think that's Davis in there, isn't it?
Yeah,
back.
I don't think they're
Okay,
gonna
so
run a
it's
play.
Wells. They'll snap it and kneel down, and that'll go on the books as a loss of 1, and the half will end. It's 18-7 on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky, and Wright's Jewelry, a Fallston scoreboard. Stadium halftime show is brought to you by Gardner-Webb University of Boiling Springs. Danny Sanafani, a proud graduate of Gardner-Webb University. We'll be right back.
On the Go Quick Lube in Fallston is not just oil changes, they have tires for all cars with names like GT Radio, Hankook, and Toyo, plus interstate batteries and wiper blades. Of course they do oil changes, featuring Castrol, Motorcraft, and Rotella diesel oil, and they carry diesel truck fuel filters. Plus they're an official North Carolina inspection station. For quick service with competitive pricing and professional technicians, head over to On the Go Quick Lube today. 3716 Fallston Road, Highway 18 north of Shelby, and go Burns Bulldogs. In Upper Cleveland County, when it comes to hardware, plumbing, electrical, or lawn and garden needs, everyone needs to go to Main Street Hardware in Lawndale. Jeff Klein invites you to come on by. You'll find famous Milwaukee Power Tools, Valspar Paint, and Cabot Stains, plumbing and electrical needs, lawn and garden tools, and now they're selling lumber. And don't forget about their mulch yard. Main Street Hardware, 356 East Main Street, Highway 182 in Lawndale. Open 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. Like them on Facebook, too.
You've made it this far, and you deserve a class ring that truly tells your story. So it doesn't matter where you're at or what team you're from in the county, we at Wright's Jewelry are here to help you create that perfect class ring that represents the student that you have become over these many years. So just remember, you're not cookie cutter. You're made to stand out, and so is your class ring.
For over 60 years, through 3 generations, Hoyle Plumbing has been the reliable source for all your plumbing needs. Whether residential or commercial, our skilled technicians can handle your every plumbing issue. Rather tackle the job yourself? Hoyle Plumbing has a parts counter well-stocked and open to the public with knowledgeable people to answer any plumbing question you may have. Reach out to us today at HoylePlumbing.com. That's HOYLE Plumbing.com. Your hometown plumber for over 60 years, Hoyle Plumbing is here for you.
Oliver's Hardware and Garden Center is not just a hardware store, but a real general store, carrying items like feed and seed, Hay, pine, needles, and straw. Also case knives, Groove Light belts, Ashe County cheese, Hunter's liver mush, and many more unique items not found in your typical hardware store. Plus a big selection of turtle boxes. They've got it all at Oliver's Hardware, 3217 Falston Road, Highway 18, between Shelby and Falston. Or online at olivershardware.com. Oliver's Hardware supports the Burns Bulldogs football team and their quest for a state title.
Robert Morgan Funeral and Cremation in Boiling Springs are proud to serve our surrounding communities with the utmost care and compassion. They also try to work with families to tailor services costs so as not to overextend. Robert Morgan Funeral and Cremation offers cremations, burials, and pre-need, as well as fraternal services and military service options. Call them at 704-300-2343 with questions or visit them on the web at rsmorganfsl.com.
Hondo and Gus are happy. See, Hondo and Gus are the dogs at Parker Family Feed in Bellwood. Now, Hondo and Gus have been trying to get Amber and Dakota to get Victor Dog Food. Well, guess what? They've got it. Victor Dog Food now at Parker Family Feed in Bellwood. And Hondo and Gus are happy. And come in now and get your deer corn, deer attractants, and see the new Rudd Hut deer stands. Parker Family Feed, 121 Carpenters Grove Church Road off Highway 18 North in Bellwood. You'll leave happy too. It's mowing season, and now's the time to buy a new mower at West End Sales in Vail. Come see the big selection of quality name brand mowers and get 0% financing for 60 months on Bad Boy, Hustler, and Steel mowers. Also, other mowers including Bobcat, Coyote, and Grasshopper, 0% for 48 months. And check out 0% financing for 84 months on a brand new Coyote 35 horsepower tractor. Hurry in soon, West End Sales, 110 Highway 18 North in Vail, online at westendsales.com. Simply the best. That's what you get when you buy a new Skag mower from Elliott Supply in Polkville. Simply the best. See the new Skag, Simply the Brave Series, zero-turn mower, trimmed out in camouflage to help support our nation's heroes. And the new Skag Bluebird Edition, commercial zero-turn mower. Simply the best. Get your new Skag mower today from Elliott Supply, 2301 West Stagecoach Trail, Highway 182 in Polkville. Online at elliottsupplyinc.com.
All right, welcome back. If you're a band, man, there's the Kings Mountain High School Band on the field doing their halftime show. We're going to do our halftime show brought to you by Gardner-Webb University in Boiling Springs. Bulldogs in the first half. Bulldogs passers combined. They're 5 for 8, 52 yards. Unfortunately, a couple of interceptions, but did get it going. A couple of big receptions. It was Davis on the 9-yard reception and then Ussery on that 19-yard reception. So little signs of life in the Burns passing game there with Wells on that last drive of the second quarter.
Yeah, I got Ussery, 3 catches, 23 yards, with Davison's right there. And Brawley passing 6 for 32. He's had a couple good throws out there. He's playing well. Same as Wells, 5 for 23. And then Wells rushing Davis 8 for 22. Wells 6 for 34 in that touchdown run for the only score tonight so far for Burns.
All right, so combined, Burns had for 55 yards rushing. Davis leads. No, actually, it's Wells leads by a yard. No, by 11 yards. He's got 33 yards rushing. Davis, 22 yards rushing. And then Ussery had the 1 5-yard carry, and then I think it was McKenzie who 1 carry minus 5.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be 55 net. And the big drive, the 13-play, took over 6 minutes off the clock. The Wells 12-yard touchdown run. Signs of life there was 12-7 at that point. But the big answer for Kings Mountain is they go, in 1 minute and 41 seconds, they go 90 yards. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plays capped off by the nice Hutchins touchdown in the corner. And I'll tell you what, that's a backbreaker because you just had the momentum back. You let them go 90 yards in less than 2 minutes. and go up. And now they're having a lot of problems in the kicking game. They've missed all 3 of their point after touchdown opportunities, 2 missed kicks and a missed 2-point attempt. So definitely, but outside of that, is Jenkins' kids is really impressive. He's got 109. He's got 101 yards and a touchdown. He also has a couple of rushing touchdowns. He's got 5 carries for 23 yards.
Yeah, like I say, they're doing a good job on offense. We're right in this game, though. It's just 18-7. Defense is doing okay. They're holding their own. Kamarion McKenzie doing great. 6 tackles. Chris Dawkins also with 6. And Naquan Marble with 2. So, they're just going to have to contain – if they can contain Kings Mountain and limit them, I think our offense is on the right track. That last drive, we put the ball downfield, and the Brawley-Wells combo, I think, could put some more points on the board.
Yeah, it's just tough there with the 2-for-1. Both games Burns has lost the toss, and unfortunately, both times their opponent scored right before halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just a strategy in the game. You want to defer that kickoff. Hopefully do just like you did. Score, don't leave the other opponent time to recover, and then go into the halftime, and then you get the ball again. So it's kind of like a make it, take it. So tough situation here for Burns. They've got to come out here in the second half and get themselves a stop. So bright spot for Burns was the Wells touchdown, capping off that long drive. See if they can put a little something together here on defense and stop Kings Mountain on their first drive and get the ball back, as Kings Mountain will receive the second half kickoff. You're listening to the Gardner-Webb University halftime show, and as always, Burns football brought to you by West End Sales. We'll be right back.
The Cleveland County Fair is back October 1st to the 11th. For over a century, the Cleveland County Fair has been a tradition. Since 1924, the fair has brought families together to celebrate agriculture, community, and good old-fashioned fun. Attractions this year include the Ninja Experience, Hack Monsters Chainsaw Artists, the Demolition Derby, Cowboy Andy's Wild West Showdown, Wild Bill's Racing Pigs, and UBU the Band. And of course, Ride Offer shows with over 40 exciting rides. For more information, go to clevelandcountyfair.com. Tee it up at this area's finest golf course. That's Glen Oaks Golf Course off Highway 321 in Maiden. Since 1967, men, women, and children alike have all enjoyed a round of golf at the Glen Oaks Golf Course, with the finest fairways, bunkers, and greens. And amenities include a pro shop, driving range, snack bar, banquet facility, fitness room, locker rooms, picnic shelter, and a swimming pool. For tee times and membership information, call 828-428-2451. Yes, tee it up at the Glen Oaks Golf Course, 245 Golf Course Road of Highway 321 in Maiden. At Bayada Home Healthcare in Shelby, they believe that home is where the heart is. When it matters most, Bayada Home Healthcare is all about heart, teamwork, and showing up when it matters most. And if you're a veteran, you may qualify for VA-funded home health care. Call Bayada Home Healthcare, 704-669-4000 today. Again, 704-669-4000. Bayada Home Healthcare in Shelby, 1105-3 East Dixon Boulevard. And be sure to like them on Facebook, too.
DeRisi Power Sports is your go-to for ATV and UTV parts, service, and accessories. DeRisi is nationally recognized for building race engines and suspensions. They also perform race bike builds. Stop in today and see Santo and Heather DeRisi. These people know what they're doing, and they're located at 4225 Falston Road in Shelby, or find them online at www.derisiracing.com or call them at 704-538-3512.
The name DeRisi is a well-known name in Polkville. Joe DeRisi operates 3 auto-related businesses there, including DeRisi Auto Sales and Service, located at 4606 Polkville Road. DeRisi Body Shop on West Stagecoach Trail. Whether it's an attractively priced used car, or maybe you need a tune-up or body work done, Joe DeRisi is the man. Call 980-295-5000 for the pre-owned car and service shop, or 704-538-9956 for the body shop. Like them on Facebook, too. Is your garage door not operating correctly, or it may be completely broken? If so, call Cleveland County Garage Doors. Cleveland County Garage Doors is family owned and operated where you get honest and dependable service. They offer great deals on door-link garage doors, and service calls start at $75. Just call C.J. Waters at Cleveland County Garage Doors for service and installation. Call 704-472-9367. Again, 704-472-9367. And see them on Facebook at CC Garage Doors.
All right, we're back. We're about 2 minutes away from the second half Jam & J's Pizza Factory kickoff, and I just think this is a monumental series here. If Kings Mountain goes down and scores,
Yep.
I think a field goal's out of the question. Their kicking game is having a hard time with an extra point, so I don't see a field goal in the cards. But if they're able to go down and say they just, even if they only get 6 and it makes it 24-7 and make this a 3-score game, that's going to be a tough climb for Burns. But if Burns can come out here, get a stop, get the ball back, score, turn this back into a 1-possession game. Right now it's a 2-possession game, but a 1-possession game, and then it's a different ball game. So just a very crucial series coming out here after this Jam & J's Pizza Factory kickoff.
I agree with that. You got to set the tone. Like I say, you got to contain Jenkins. He's done a good job passing, but he can also run too. But if we can just keep the guys in front and prevent that big play, I think we're going to be okay here.
And just Jenkins has just shown the ability to really have that quick release, throws a tight spiral. I mean, he's been very, very accurate with a lot of his passes. Now, some of his touch passes have been a little bit too far, but he really threw a couple of dimes on that last drive, including that one in the corner of the end zone, which was caught by Hutchins for that 9-yard TD. So he's really been impressed. I mean, just a freshman. Now, I don't know whether one of these sophomore age freshman class, but
could be.
Regardless, he's a young guy, and he's got a lot of arm talent. And he also has a couple of rushing touchdowns, so he's really been their most valuable player so far in this game.
Yeah, they're connecting on little quick slants, a little quick out routes. So, we've seen, Burns has got a few of those plays too. And we like to run those sweeps. We got Ushery on a couple of those. That's what he scored that big run last week against Crest. So, and those little pop pass plays. So.
All right, we're going to take one more 30-second break. We'll have our Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff. We'll be right back.
Help! Help! He's back in town!
Yeah, I'm back in town, and this town is going down. It's me, Clint Eatswood, and I can't be stopped. I eat all the wood I see, and there's nothing you can do.
Someone call H&H Pest Control. They'll stop Clint Eatswood.
Stop Clint Eatswood before he destroys your home. Call H&H Pest Control and Waterproofing at 704-482-2847. Online at hhpci.com.
All right, we're back. Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff coming up 8-7 on your Wright's Jewelry. No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Gardner Webb bringing you the halftime show. Thank you once again to Gardner Webb University. Chip Carter, KTC's own Chip Carter, Gardner Webb University graduate. So lots of local folks went to Gardner Webb. Good quality education has put them ahead in life.
And the PA guy for basketball too, at the basketball games.
The PA guy for basketball games. Oh, yeah.
Chip
okay, you're talking about Chip.
Chip
Yeah,
Carter,
you're talking about Chip. Yes, he did the American Legion World Series. And he's done a lot of PA announcing over the years. Now he's over at the credit union. That's his real job. He's like the rest of us. We got our radio station, our fun jobs. And now set to booted away is Uribe.
Yeah, Uribe did a good job last week. He booted a couple into the end zone. If you can get that and get that touchback, that's big. Not only prevents a run back, but gets it where they can start on their own 20.
So Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff. Uribe drives it high. It'll spin down around the 8-yard line. And on the run back through a crease, but nice open field tackle there. Not sure who got it, but Kings Mountain will start at their own 30-yard line.
That's 5 brought down by McKenzie. So, like I say, big drive here. We need to open up this second half with a stop.
So that was Hutchins on the run back. So right there at the 30-yard line. So Jenkins comes back out, brings the offense back out. You know, Coleman had a good half, 7 carries, 58 yards. Boyd had a good half, 4 carries, 39 yards. So they're going to start running game up the middle, bounces off a tackler, first down more. Penalty marker comes in, cut down. And that's going to be a couple Hoyle Plumbing penalty flags on the field. Let's see what we got. We got a hold against the Mountaineers. Holding against the Mountaineers. That was 6 on the carry. That was Camp. And let's see where they're going to put the football.
Yeah, we saw.
So let's see. It's going to be 10 yards against the Mountaineers. And so that's going to put it, there's going to be a net of 1. So Kings Mountains starts out with a 10-yard penalty, and that's going to be credited with an 11-yard gain.
Yeah, Hole was a little bit upfield there.
And then march back with a 10-yard. Yep, so basically now it's 1st and 9, if that makes any sense. So in the gun is Jenkins, and play action pass, drops back, and wanted to throw it long, but has to throw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, nice pressure on the play. I think that was a big Nate Wilson, Amari Littlejohn in the backfield there. Got some pressure on the QB.
So 2nd down on 9, and unfortunately for Burns, the down didn't count. So they got +1 yards, and the down did not count. So now it's only 2nd down, not 3rd. But still positive there. They're able to force the interception as Jenkins comes back up. And unusual, Kings Mountain does the traditional huddle there. Now they have double wide receivers left, one to the right. And I still think that's Camp on the left hip of Jenkins, has the football, and that's going to be another Hoyle Plumbing penalty. Let's see who they got. And it's going to be dead ball, encroachment against Burns.
Burns, wow.
So in high school, they kill that. So that's 5 in the first half, and then Burns had 4 for 30 yards in the first half, and now they've already started out 1 for 5. And
get those penalty yards back there.
So Hoyle Plumbing getting their money's worth. They've had 2 flags already this half. So now it's 2nd down, call it 4. Jenkins in the gun. Man comes in motion, H-back to the right. And Jenkins will run it to the right. And looked like Burns had it bottled up, but then Jenkins found a crease, and he falls forward to the 45. Give him 9, and then Ingles Market's first down.
Yeah, took it straight up the middle there. Found a hole for the first down up to the 45.
So he'll take it. Crap, we're on the wrong side. Okay, so he's up to 32 yards rushing. And that's going to be, as I said, another Ingles Market's Reliable Roofing first down out to the 45-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete, as he threw it out there in the flat, threw it a little bit too high. So it'll be 2nd down.
I'll tell you, he has a great job there. Jude Tower, he got in the backfield, got his hands up and kind of disrupted that pass a little bit. Probably forced him to throw it early there. So good job, Jude. Bring up 2nd and 10 here.
So the first 2 passes by Jenkins, incompletions this half. And as Matt told you, caused a little bit by the Burns pressure. 4 down linemen for Burns. 2 wide receivers for Kings Mountain. This looks like a running play. It will be. Camp bottled up, but bounces off a tackler. Good patience. As he's down, they're only going to give him, they're going to give him 5. It'll be a very big 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, good shoestring tackle there by Watson. So big 3rd down play here. Burns would love to get the ball back. Force
I don't think I
turnover on downs here.
Have we seen a punt tonight?
I don't think we have.
I think we've seen
both
a
teams
punt.
has gone for it on 4th down.
I don't think we've seen a punt. 3rd down and 5. So Kings Mountain kind of in there tight, and they're going to get Nate Wilson with an offside. That's a Hoyle Plumbing penalty, and that's going to be a first down. Tough break for Burns. Tough break for Burns, as they've had 2 5-yard penalties, but they've been big. And that's the 2nd Ingalls Market's Reliable Roofing first down. 9:47 left to go, third quarter. Kings Mountain leads it on your Ingalls Markets. Check that. No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky, and Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. First down and 10. Same formation. In tight. They're going to run a little pop pass around the right side and nice moves. And that's going to be, I'm not sure, I think they're going to get him for a face mask or something there. Who's the ball carrier? 3?
3, yep. Yeah, I think they just got a little bit underneath his shoulder pads there. Probably going to be a horse collar.
If that's a spot foul. I think it will be. I think he's going to get credit. Let's see.
No call yet.
So for some reason, the ball is marked. It was first down and 10 from the 45.
Wow, it's on Kings Mountain.
They have offsetting penalties.
Okay.
So the Hoyle Plumbing penalties offset, and we'll do it again, first down and 10. It's a good-looking play design there to get, I think it was 3. The ball carrier was a Hopper.
There's 3 Hopper, yeah.
Hopper. And he's the one that had the -7. And that's wide receivers left and right. And they're going to try the right side. Hit initially, but bounce off, submarined. Nice tackle there as it was Camp on the carry. They'll get 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Another good tackle there, McKenzie. They got him up for 8 tackles on the night. Playing big here for this Bulldog defense. And that's Towery checking out.
So 2nd down and 7.
And 18, that's Watson, I think, checking back in the game.
As clock winds, as Kings Mountain's very content to shorten this ball game with an 11-point lead. Wide receivers left and right. And Jenkins will take it himself and dives forward. Not much. Got a yard. Another big third down, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, dove a few. That's Dawkins.
So
another big third down play here.
Big play here. 3rd down, 6. And you want to think at this down in distance, Kings Mountain will go for it on 4th down if they are unable to convert here. So here come the Mountaineers. They're going to run triple wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Running back on the left hip of Jenkins. Can't tell who it is. I think it's Coleman. And he's back to pass. He's got time. They set up the screen. Burns had a man to make the tackle but missed it. Now in the open field, big gainer. And that's 20 with the reception.
Yeah, that is Elijah Long.
So that is Eli Long who takes it all the way to the 22. So that is an 18-yard pass reception. And that's going to be a first down. And that's the 3rd first down on this drive. Quickly, they're going to run. Makes the man miss, falls forward. Give him about 4 to be 2nd and 6. Who's the ball carrier? Is that 25?
That was 20 again.
I think is it?
I think so. He just checked out there. Brought down by Markalen Camp. He's a little slow to get up, but I think he's okay.
So 18-yard pass reception. I've got unofficially up to 119 yards for Jenkins. 2nd down, 6. Double wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Now going a little bit wider up there. I believe that's Hopper. No, check that. It's Hutchins. It's going to be Coleman, left side. Hit.
Oh, nice tackle.
And nice tackle there. So it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That's Zay Stroud prevented him from getting around that corner there. Having him a big game, 2nd tackle and interception so far tonight.
So 3rd down. And they have 14 up there. That's not right. 3rd down and 4. So again, a 3rd down as they've already been able to convert a couple of 3rd downs and move the ball inside the red zone. And they've kept the ball nearly half the quarter. Clock moving down towards 6:30 on your No Malarkey Mr. Sparky Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. Jenkins in the shotgun, and he'll keep it himself. Makes a man miss. First down. Drags a tackler. Down to the 9.
A host of Bulldogs brought him down, but that will be a first down.
Yeah, it's a gain of 7. And on this drive, that's 4 first downs, and they've converted 3 third downs on this drive. First down and goal. So this has been a killer if you're a Bulldog fan, as Kings Mountain started this drive back on their 30. And they very methodically have moved this ball down the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have unofficially 10 plays on this drive. Jenkins in the gun again, and he'll give it straight ahead. I think that's Boyd. Let's see if it's 6 or 25.
That's Camp, actually.
Camp, and a penalty flag comes in as Camp takes it to the 6, and he gains 3. We'll check the penalty.
Brought down by Watson there. We give a shout out to Michael Danielle McSwain. Appreciate y'all listening in. Hope y'all enjoying the game.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Burns. So that
tell
Hoyle
exactly
plumbing
what
penalty
happened
is going to move it down inside the 3. So that hurts. So it'll be 2nd down and 3. As 3 yards on the run, 3 yards on a penalty, and they were on the 9-yard line. So clock begins to run. It's already under 6 minutes. Power formation for Kings Mountain. Double hug to the right. They're going to run behind it and knock down. So
That's
denied
Camp.
the goal line. Is that 99 again?
No, that's 6 Camp again.
So I'm going to give Camp 2 more.
Jude Tyree, good stop there for Burns. 3rd and 3.
And it's going to be 3rd down. I don't think they gave him anything there. No gain. So, or maybe they gave him 1.
I think they give him 1 there.
They give him 1. 3rd down and goal. Jenkins trying to get everybody lined up. Burns trying to get lined up. Double hug moves over there to the left. It's going to be a toss play. Camp stuffed in the backfield, spins off, cleans it up to the Burns Bulldogs defense. They're going to cause a 4th down there as Camp loses 2 on that one.
That was Ty Singer was the last guy to get there, but had a couple other guys, I think, or Ty Singer would go burn him. I think Camp was in the backfield and disrupted that, had the initial contact. But that'll bring up 4th down here.
Let's see. They're changing the personnel. So Kings Mountain, they're moving in on keeping the ball 8 minutes this quarter.
They've ran every play on offense in this 3rd quarter. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left and counting.
13 plays. And it's triple wide receivers to the right. Looks like they're going to try to throw. Jenkins rolls that way, rolls right, slings it, touchdown. So that's 3 on the reception. Hopper. That's going to be a touchdown. And that's going to just be a killer for Burns. That's a 14-play drive. And that is going to be 3 on the reception.
Yeah, just hit that little shallow cross pattern to the corner of the end zone or the side of the end zone there. As you said, 24/7 pending. I don't know what they're going to do here.
The extra point, once again, brought to you by Reliable Roofing of Shelby and Honda Motorcycles of Shelby. That's a numbers bookkeeping touchdown, 24-7 on your No Malarkey Mr. Sparky Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. Looks like they're going to go for 2. And just tough to give up a 8-minute, 14-play drive. Up under center is Jenkins, and he'll roll, and he'll beat his man, and he'll walk into the end zone. That'll make it 26-7 on your Wright's Jewelry No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be right back.
For 18 straight years, Via Health Partners has been voted the #1 in hospice. There's got to be a reason. Via Health Partners provides exceptional care. The comfort of their patients is their top concern, and that is why they offer hospice care wherever a patient calls home. Via Health Partners is there where you need them and when you need them. Find out more by visiting the website at viahp.org. Again, viahp.org. Voted #1 in hospice for the 18th straight year. Via Health Partners, founded as Hospice, Cleveland County.
14 plays, 80 yards. Capped off by the touchdown reception by Hopper. So Jenkins has run for 2, thrown for 2, and That's a killer for Burns. Down 26-7. Jam and Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff coming up. Man, that's just exactly what you wanted if you're a Mountaineer fan, exactly what you didn't want if you're a Burns fan. And toe meets ball is going to spin down. Let's see who's got it. I think that's Ussery with it. And he'll be bottled up. He'll fight his way. Still on his feet, pushing the pile, and out to the 35-yard line. That's where Burns will take it with 3:49 left to go in the third quarter.
So it seems like forever ago that we last had the ball, but last offensive possession we was able to march it down and get a touchdown.
Yeah, they had that. I guess you can count it a possession. They had it with like 3 seconds left to go.
Yeah, we got Case Brawley back out for Burns.
So Brawley's going to be in the gun and trying to get Burns back in this. If they can get a score and make it a 2-score game going into the fourth quarter, they will have a chance. Double wide receivers left and right. Brawley in the gun, sends a man in motion. That's Surratt, has it, back, looks, throws it deep, and just too far. So incomplete.
I think Ussery was wanting a penalty flag. It's like he was kind of held a little bit on the play, and we got a Burns player down here.
We'll take a Maxwell Hammer timeout. We'll be right back.
When it comes to your roof, don't fumble around. Call Reliable Roof and Gutter Services in Shelby. Snap your fingers, and you can have a new roof and gutters for your home. You'll get a touchdown of savings. Just call 980-552-9607, and Jeff Walsh will give you $2,000 off roof replacement or $500 off gutters or gutter guards. And Jeff will be more than happy to come out and give you a free estimate. Get on the winning team. Call Reliable Roof and Gutter Services. Online at reliableroofandgutter.com.
You've made it this far, you deserve a class ring that truly tells your story. So it doesn't matter where you're at or what team you're from in the county, we at Wright's Jewelry are here to help you create that perfect class ring that represents the student that you have become over these many years. So just remember, you're not cookie cutter. You're made to stand out.
All right, timeout over. Looks like Burns' injured player was able to come off under his own power.
Yeah, it was Boki Surratt, a little shaken up. Did walk off under his own power, so hopefully he'll be okay.
So second down and 10, 3:43 left to go on your Wright's Jewelry. No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Second down and 10 as Brawley has come in to open up on this drive. And we do have some scores from around the area. Some of these games were played last night. East Lincoln defeats Providence 26-24. Hunter House defeats Bessemer City 61-6. Lincoln over North Lincoln 55-15. Ashbrook over Berry Academy 35-7. I'll have some more. East Gaston 33-16 over Forestville. I'll have some more scores in just a moment. Double wide receivers left. One to the right. Davis on his hip. And Brawley will take it. He'll look. He's got time. Zips a pass. Too high. Incomplete.
Yeah, pass intended for Cam Howell there. Had some pressure in his face when he threw it.
So other scores, West Lincoln over Lincoln Charter 35-0. Maiden tied at 8 with AC Reynolds. Christ School 25-18 over East Rutherford. Inca 42-0 over Hayesville. Irwin 21-20 over Mountain Heritage. Avery County 6-0 over Patton. And it's Charlotte Latin over Hendersonville 7-0. Henderson over West Ida 55-0. Crest up 21-14 over Shelby. So that's an update on your Wright's Jewelry. No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Here's 26-7. Third down 10. Brawley's going to give to Davis, and that play was doomed from the start. Looked like there was miscommunication in the backfield, and Davis is going to lose 3. Tough night for Davis. 9 carries, 29 yards. So after Kings Mountain methodically marches down the field, Burns goes 3 and out. And you wanted that the other way around.
And this is Uribe out back to punt. Did a great job last week against Crest. Had some good hang time on it.
So Uribe takes the snap, foot into the ball. Good kick.
Wow.
Wobbles a little bit, but it's going to take a bounce. Goes sideways. And it'll be rolling inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. So give him 21 plus 18.
Yeah,
About a 40-yard punt.
Yeah, great punt there. Carlos Uribe.
So unfortunately, though, that's a 3-and-out for Burns. So Kings Mountain will take it with 2:51 left to go, and they're going to take it on their own 29-yard line. As I said, last drive, 14 plays, exactly 8 minutes, and the Hopper capped it off with a touchdown. And if they're able to do that again, that's going to be pretty much all she wrote, as Burns already up against it, down 19. As wide receivers, double wide receivers to the left. Jenkins in the gun. Surveys the scene, has the snap, is going to hand it off. Coleman, right, left side. Somebody's got a hold of his jersey, but Coleman's going to fall forward. 12 yards, and an Ingalls Market's first down.
Yeah, brought downfield there by, I think, Maury Littlejohn.
And Burns can just ill afford to give up those chunk runs like that at this stage of the game. 2:30 left to go in the third quarter. Burns has run 3 plays in this quarter. Kings Mountain has run 15. And that's just the story of this quarter. Double wide receivers right, one to the left. Again, it's Coleman. This time he's hit hard at the line, but bounces off again, keeps the legs churning, and give him 7 more. So it's going to be 2nd and 3.
That's Littlejohn again there on the tackle.
And actually give him 6 as they mark it back just a little bit. So he's up to 11 carries and 84 yards. So Coleman closing in on 100 yards. And more importantly for Kings Mountain, you're doing exactly what you want to do. You want to shorten this game.
Clock closing in 1 minute, 46 seconds left in this third quarter.
So double wide receivers to the right, one to the left. And snap back. Coleman will get it again. Tries the right side. Slips. Penalty flag comes in. And
may have a holding.
That may be. Let's see what the call is. That's another Hoyle Plumbing penalty.
Usually where they threw it on there is usually holding. Let's see what the call is.
They're going to sort it out. Holding against the Mountaineers. That'll cost them 10. So that's a break for Burns. And that'll make it from 2nd and 4 to 2nd and 14, I believe, depending on where the hold was. Yep. It was behind the line, so they're going to mark it. Well, they're going to mark it back to the, I'm not sure why I guess the hold was a little bit downfield. No. It might have been a little bit downfield. So from the spot of the ball, they're going to mark it back. So snap back. Play action pass, throws, caught, and makes a nice move there. Gets away from one man, and then he's brought down, but not before another Ingalls Markets Reliable Roofing first down. What number is that?
That's 8.
So give him to the 39. So 9 plus 11, so that's a 20-yard pass completion by Hopper. And that's the 6th first down for Kings Mountain. And now we've got, I think we have a Burns player down. We'll take another Maxwell B. Hamrick timeout.
They do it all at McNeely D.
Okay, sorry, I thought we had a band down, but we've got a Hoyle Plumbing penalty instead. And that's going to march it back.
I think it was a holding downfield there.
That's going to march it back. So another 10-yard penalty. And that's going to make this 2nd and 1. So it's going to be a net of about 10 yards. So it was a 19-yard pass and then the 10-yard penalty. So we've got double wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Little offset eye. And I think it's Coleman again. Makes one man miss and then puts the head down. Gets 3, and there's your Ingalls Markets Reliable Roofing first down.
That's Towery and Stroud there for the tackle. And we got Stroud slow to get up here.
Now we have a timeout for Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance timeout. We'll be right back.
Diesel and Auto on West Grover Street in Shelby, your Napa Auto Care Center. No matter your drivability issue, McNeely Diesel and Auto can help. From an oil change to brakes to a tune-up, and they offer fleet service at very affordable prices. Plus, they cater to fleet and diesel customers. See Bill McNeely and his ASE certified technicians at McNeely Diesel and Auto, 441 West Grover Street in Shelby. Call 704-487-5192, your Napa Auto Care Center. Offering a full line of towing on and off-road.
Looks like Burns player up off under his own power. Is that Markalen Camp?
That's a Zay Stroud.
Zay Stroud, okay.
Yep.
So good to see Zay walking off under his own power. But first down for the Mountaineers as they have it over the 50.
56 seconds left in this third quarter.
I have unofficially, they've run 20 plays.
Burns
is
running
3. So, I mean, it's just tough sledding for Burns. It's just been totally dominated in this third quarter. And Burns in this quarter has negative yardage. They had 2 incomplete passes and a loss of 3 on a rush. So it's just been a nightmare.
And
third quarter.
That's draining on this defense. The D-line.
They've been out there. They've been playing their hearts out. They've been playing their hearts out. So first down and 10. Mountaineers at the plus 47.
Yeah, they're down there talking to the coaches about something.
I'm not sure. It might be a sideline warning or something. But it's been all Mountaineers in this third quarter. As quickly they come to the line now. Double wide receivers right, one to the left. Offset eye again to the right. Jenkins has it. Play action, zips a pass complete to the 40, knocked backwards, but still going to be a gain of about 7. Who caught that? 8?
I think there was 8, yep.
Okay, so that is Davis with another reception. And haven't added it up, but it looks like I've got him for 155 yards passing. And again, it's just 7 yards, 8 yards, 12 yards. It's just Kings Mountain just playing keep away here. The clock did stop because he went out of bounds, but up to the line of scrimmage again. Double wide receivers right, one to the left. H back to the right, and it's going to be up the middle. Camp breaking free, busts another tackle, still on his feet, all the way down to the 15-yard line. So give him 24 yards and yet another Ingalls Markets Reliable Roofing first down.
Yeah, this power football just took it straight up the middle. Good job there by Marble to get over there to prevent the touchdown.
Kings Mountain does not have to run a play if they don't want to, but I would if against the Gas defense. And clock at 21 seconds and counting. It looks like Kings Mountain won't run a play. So at the end of 3, we'll take a Maxwell Hamrick Insurance of Shelby timeout for the quarter. It's 26-7 on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky, and Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back on this West End Sales broadcast of Burns football.
Do you own a small business, or maybe you're considering starting up a small business? For your small business accounting needs, talk with Noel K. at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service in Shelby. For over 50 years, Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service has been taking care of small business bookkeeping needs across this entire area. Talk with Noel K. today at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service, 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Call 704-484-2783. Online at numbersofshelby.com. They are there for you. It's time to ride red and ride into Honda Motorcycles of Shelby and ride out on your brand new Honda bike, side-by-side, or four-wheeler. You know, deer season, it's just around the corner. Get your four-wheeler today. And be sure to see the brand new 2026 Honda Pioneer 1000 side-by-side. And ask about Honda bonus bucks, up to $3,000 available. Come on in for all the details. Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard. Online at HondaMotorcyclesofShelby.com.
All right, so Burns has the ball 1 minute, 9 seconds, lose 3 yards. Just total domination as Kings Mountain kept it nearly 14 minutes in that quarter. And now it's going to be I think that's 6. Is that Camp?
That's Camp again. Great tackle there.
And
Met in the backfield by Jude Towery.
lost one. See, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you gave Burns a chance to rest a little bit. I might have went ahead and ran another play while they were gassed, but now it's going to be 2nd and 11. Ball back at about the, looks like the 16-yard line, but clock moves. Going to be 2nd down and 11. Double wide receivers right, one to the left. It's Coleman the back on the hip of Jenkins on the left side. Takes his time. It'll be Coleman. And Jenkins pulled it, but he's going to lose yards. And he'll lose 3. And I tell you what, that's what I'm talking about. Get a little rest over there. Defense is making some good penetration there. So that'll be 3rd down. And now behind the sticks, 14 yards to go. But Kings Mountain's run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plays. 14 plays unofficially. I have them for 23 plays this half versus 3 for Burns. That's just tough.
And I'm sure they'll go. It's 4-down territory here for them, I'm sure.
So ball now back at the 19. Double wide receivers right, double wide receivers left. Snap back. Jenkins under pressure. Gets away. Got a crease to run. Zings it too far. Incomplete. I tell you what, he's zipped that ball. Looked like he had a man open, but it'll be incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Pass intended for Elijah Long. Mark Halen Camp was there in the backfield. Let's see. It'd be interesting to see what they do here. I wouldn't be surprised to see them just go for it here on 3rd or 4th and long.
So 4th down and 14. Can't punt. Can't kick a field goal. Got to go for it. So Burns trying to change personnel, and they do. So Jenkins trying to pull a little magic here. 4th and long. 4th and 14. And he'll get it. Play action. He's back. He zings a pass. Corner of the end zone. Touchdown. And I'm not sure who caught it. Trying to see who got it.
I think that was 3.
3, yep.
That's Hopper.
Topper for a 19-yard numbers bookkeeping touchdown. That's tough. That's tough. So that's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 play drive. 11 plays, and it goes 71 yards. And it takes not quite as much time, about 3 minutes, 4.5 minutes this time. And PAT up. Did they make it?
No good.
And no good. So the Reliable Roofing, Honda Motorcycles, PAT, no good. Jam & J's Pizza Factory kickoff coming up 32-7 on your Wright's Jewelry. No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard.
Planning a funeral service can be a very difficult process for families who have just lost a loved one. Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts is the theme for the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Fallston. It's important to them to provide those who are grieving with a supportive environment in which they can begin to find closure, say goodbye, and come to terms with their loss. Find out more today. Visit them online at StameyTysingerFuneralHome.com or give them a call at 704-538-8631. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center, 846 East Stagecoach Trail in Fallston. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home now offers water cremations.
All right. After that Maxwell B. Hamwork Insurance timeout, we've got a 32-7 game on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. And it's just been all Kings Mountain so far in this second half. 2 possessions, 25 plays, 2 touchdown passes, both to Hopper.
Back deep for Burns, we got Surratt and Ussery.
So Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff. Here we go. Pops it up, and it's going to hit. Somebody better get on it. It's a live ball. I think that's Ussery with it, and he slips one tackle. Then he's pushing the pile. Looks like a rugby scrum. He'll get it up to the 27-yard line. That's what Burns will take it. 1st down and 10.
That's Ussery's hard guy to bring down. Let's see. Personnel we got. I think that's Wells come back out. QB this drive. They've been alternating drives.
Still trying to figure it out. So 1st down and 10. Burns trying to get their personnel on the field. That third quarter, got to put it behind us and see if we get a little something positive going in here. Game, for all intents and purposes, out of reach. So now you just want to make some positives going into next week's game against East Gaston. Double wide receivers to the right, one to the left. And Wells has it, and he'll give it. Davis tries the right side, gets a little room, dragging tacklers with him. And they'll have 9 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Yeah, good hard run up the middle there, Max Davis.
So I tell you what, man, you just want to give him 8 yards. You just want to just keep your defense off the field for just a little bit. No, they did give him 9. Doggone it.
Got Caden Wright checking into the game. He's one of our freshmen that's pretty talented. Saw him last night a little bit in the JV game, and he's got some skill.
All right. Is that Brawley back at quarterback? No, it's still Wells. It's Davis
Wells,
beside him. Double wide receivers right, and it's going to be Wells on the keeper. Makes one man miss. Spin move, falls forward. And forward progress may net him the Ingalls Markets Reliable Roofing first down. So thank goodness for Burns. They get a first down, I believe.
Good job there. Yep, they moved it.
So only the first down for Burns of this half. As I say, I know the phrase tough sledding is probably a little bit overused, but it's been tough sledding for Burns. Double wide receivers left, one to the right. It's going to be Davis, right side, stiff arms, and then ball comes out, and it went out of bounds. Thank goodness. And
yeah, the new rule, I think, it was taking effect last year. It's not where the ball goes out of bounds at, I don't think. I thought it's wherever he fumbled it, but
nope.
Did they not change that rule?
No. It's going to be back at the 25-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 12, so it'll go in as a loss of 2. So double wide receivers left, and one to the right. Wells in the gun again. Davis beside him on the right hip. Clap the hands, has the football, he's back. He looks, and he makes one man miss. He's still on his feet, lets it go, overthrew his man.
Yeah, he took a hard hit there. I think it might be some roughing the passer here.
Let's see, is there a flag?
Yeah, he took
Hoyle Plumbing penalty back there.
He took a pretty hard hit on the play, I believe. We might catch a break there.
So if it is roughing the passer, that'll give Burns a first down. And it is roughing the passer. So that'll be 15 yards against the Mountaineers. And that'll be another Ingalls Markets Reliable Roofing first down, the second for the Bulldogs of this half.
We'll take it for sure. That'll bring them up to right at midfield, right at the 50-yard line.
So right at midfield, Burns, like I said, just trying to get something positive moving into next week. And let's see, is it still Wells at QB? It is. Double wide receivers left. One to the right, Davis. Still the setback. Snap back, and they're going to throw it out in the flat and just look like there's a little bit of confusing of who was supposed to catch the ball and who was supposed to block, but it'll be incomplete.
Yeah, had us three out there. Us three and Cam Howell both out there.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
I like those plays when you can connect on those and get your skill player out in open space.
Looks like the officials are sorting something out.
I think they might have, well.
Let's see. They're moving it to the right hash. And
we got a late penalty flag. I think there was something verbal going on at the end of that play.
They're saying somebody's gone. They're saying somebody's gone. Somebody's going home. Somebody's going to the showers, I think. Well, he did the thumb like that. That's a Hoyle Plumbing unsportsmanlike conduct. But I saw him do the thumb like somebody was getting ejected from the game. I'm not sure if it was a coach.
Well, I think it was right after the play. Somebody come up and got in Jordan Ussery's face. I can't tell who it was,
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure if he was. He just did like a thumb, like somebody was ejected, but I didn't see anybody leave.
I think he got a warning maybe, but we'll take it though.
All right,
However
so
we can get it.
Burns now has it at the 35, another first down. Two
And
first downs via the penalty. Double wide receivers.
Brawley's
left,
in at
one,
QB.
One to the right. Brawley, low snap. He's got it. He looks. He zips a pass, floats it up. Is that pass interference? It is.
It is.
That's another Hoyle Plumbing penalty, and that's going to move it to the 20-yard line. And another Ingalls Markets Reliable Roofing first down via the penalty.
Yeah, Ussery was trying to come back to that ball, and the DB for Kings Mountain kind of drug him down, so I think it was a good call. Good throw there by Case Brawley.
So on this drive alone, that's 3 15-yard penalties against the Mountaineers. A roughing the passer, an unsportsmanlike conduct, and pass interference. 7:57 left to go, and the game, for all intents and purposes, is probably decided. But Burns and their young quarterback, Case Brawley, trying to get something positive here on this last drive. Double wide receivers left, one to the right. Brawley in the gun. Has the football. He'll give it to Davis. Left side, finds a little crease, puts the head down, and he'll bull his way for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. So it has been a tough night for Davis. 12 carries, 36 yards. But 2nd down and 7. And
Yeah, go ahead.
positive thing for Burns is they've kept it a few minutes here, and they do have 4 first downs. Of course, 3 on the penalties, but hey.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah.
You know, another game might be out of reach, but this is good quality time, good quality minutes, and get Case Brawley some reps here. Get him more comfortable back here behind the pocket.
Double wide receivers left, one to the right. Man comes in motion. I think that's Ussery. And Brawley has it, fires a pass into traffic. Did he catch it?
Nice.
No, it's incomplete.
He was looking for his brother Mason. There's a couple Kings Mountain defenders there. Thought he caught it there, but just off the fingertips. Pretty well defended on the play.
So 3rd down and 7. As the ball at the 17-yard line, 3rd down, 7. 7:05 left to go here in the game. And now looking over there at the sideline is Brawley trying to make a little magic here on 3rd down and 7. Double wide receivers left, one to the right. Brawley's got the football. Now he's going to give it to Davis through a little crease, and then he balls forward, if I could say it, for about 7. Here come more flags. So he's going to get a 7-yard run, and then after the play, we'll check the flags.
Yeah, he's going to be right at the first down, but let's see. Oh, that's a bad spot. I thought he got all the way up to the 10, but maybe they haven't marked it yet.
Let's see. There it's officials discussing.
Wasn't nothing obvious that we saw, but let's see what the call is.
Well, the fans reacted, and flags went everywhere. A personal foul against Burns, and that's going to be against Burns, and that's a tough break. And I think that's going to be marched off from the spot of the football. So that's going to take away the 7-yard run, I believe. No, they're going to give him the 7-yard run or 6-yard run and then mark the 15-yard penalty from where the spot of the ball was. So it was a dead ball penalty. The down counts. So the down did count, and that's why it's 4th down, not 3rd down. That's a tough break to get that dead ball penalty. So give Davis credit for a 6-yard run, and then the 15-yard penalty makes it 4th and 16. They've got 3rd and 16 on the board, but 4th and 16, that should be a 5-yard penalty.
I thought they jumped offside, yep.
That should be a 5-yard penalty. On the clock, play clock down to 0. We're going. Maybe it's a Maxwell B. Hamrick timeout. That's correct. We'll take it. We'll be right back.
On the Go Quick Lube in Paulston is not just oil changes. They have tires for all cars with names like GT Radio, Hankook, and Toyo, plus interstate batteries and wiper blades. Of course, they do oil changes featuring Castrol, Motorcraft, and Rotella diesel oil, and they carry diesel truck fuel filters. Plus, they're an official North Carolina inspection station. For quick service with competitive pricing and professional technicians, Head over to On The Go Quick Lube today, 3716 Falston Road, Highway 18 north of Shelby, and go Burns Bulldogs.
All right, back to live action. Going to give you some scores from around the area. North Henderson over Hickory, 28-0. Alexander Central leads Bunker Hill 7-6. St. Stephen's leads Newton Conover 36-6. Polk County leads East Burke 7-0. East Burke over Fred T. Ford 7-0. High Brighton 34-0 over South Caldwell. And Danny tells me the Shelby scores 21-14 Crest early fourth quarter. West Lincoln leads 27-0. So thank you, Danny and John, for giving me those scores, and Kevin Hastings. And make sure you turn into the postgame show following the game. 4th down and long. Brawley has it. He'll scramble to his right, makes a man miss, lets it go into the end zone. Man is there, and they're going to give the interception. It's going to say incomplete. And that'll do it for Burns.
I think. Yep.
So incomplete passes. Brawley did a good job extending the play and keeping it alive, but 3 defenders versus 1 receiver. Odds weren't good for Burns there.
They had a guy out there. I can't tell who it was, but.
So Kings Mountain will now take it on their own 36. Their own, no, not their 36, their own 26. There they go. They got it right on the board now. And there are 6 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in the ball game. Following the game, we'll have the Stadium Post-Game Show brought to you by Clay Barnett Funeral Home of Shelby. We'll have an offensive player of the game brought to you by All Care Insurance of Shelby. Big hit of the game, Pleasant City Grill of Shelby. And then S&R Auto Sales, overall player of the game. And knocked away there. Good hands there. Is that Little John?
That is Amari Littlejohn, yep. Surprised to see Jenkins still out on the field for Kings Mountain.
So Jenkins is an incomplete pass. But I've got him is at 148, 155, and then 174. I got him unofficially for 174 yards passing. Not a monster game, but he's done enough. 3 passing touchdowns. Double wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And it's going to be Coleman, and he's through a crease, and he's got a big gainer. There he goes. He may go the distance. And he will. Maybe not. Wait a minute. No, he tripped him up. Wow. Was that somebody got him on the 2-yard line? Who was that got him, man?
That was Dawkins running down there.
Dawkins ran him down. Way to go, Chris Dawkins, who trips him up. And there's a penalty flag, and it's going to be all for naught anyway. But what a play by Dawkins. What a great hustle play.
Absolutely. I think he thought he had that one to the house.
I thought he was going to the house. But Hoyle Plumbing penalties all over the place. So that'll wipe it out. And that was Coleman on the run, right?
I think so, yep.
So that's going to march it back all the way back to the 30-yard line. Tough break for the Mountaineers, but they've got 85 yards in penalties this half.
That chase down tackle, that reminds me, remember DK Metcalf ran that guy down that one time?
Yep.
That's kind of reminded me of that play.
I tell you what, Dawkins, he gets the hustle
fast,
play. That
sure.
might be, it wasn't a big hit, but I think that's the big hit of the game
He's
right
fast.
there. That's defensive tackle of the game. Anyway, double wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And it's going to be Coleman again. No, it's 20 this time on the carry. He's pulled down after maybe a gain of 1.
Mark Kalen Kemp there on the tackle. And the new QB in for Kings Mountain is Nazar Davis.
So Davis takes over for Jenkins. Might have been him the whole drive. Maybe couldn't tell.
That's the first time Jenkins was in for that long run.
Okay. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. So Burns a chance to get the ball back, maybe give one of their quarterbacks another chance. 32-7 on your right, Jewelry. No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Double wide receivers right, 1 to the left. H back to the right, and it's going to be, I think, Davis on the keeper, and he'll have, he's got about 7 yards and a first down. What number is he?
That's 8.
So he's 8.
Yeah, brought down out of bounds there by Marble.
So he got 7, and that's another Ingles Markets Reliable Roofing first down. 9 of them for the Mountaineers in this half. So that's going to move it up to the 37-yard line, and Burns is going to have to go back to the drawing board. Got East Gaston will be there next week. Gaston County does not let us video, so going to go ahead and give all our fans the heads up on that. And it's offset eye, right side, and that's 20 again, isn't it?
20.
And he'll get a yard. So it will be 2nd down and 9. So Kings Mountain let a few of their reserves get a little playing time in a 32-7 game. And, you know, if you're Burns, you can't. I think that play by Dawkins just shows you this team's got a lot of heart. You know, Little John had the pass breakup on the first play, or the pass knockdown, I should say. And then Dawkins with that tackle.
Oh, I know Burns well enough. They're not going to quit no matter what the score. They're going to play to the very last second.
And they just need to figure out a few things on offense and get this thing going in the right direction. And swarmed under, penalty flags down, and I think that's 20 again on the carry. He fights his way. And pretty good job just to, is that 20?
That's 8.
8.
That's a QB kept it there.
So that's going to be... Apologize if you heard that one Kings Mountain fan drop an F-bomb. Hopefully it didn't pick it up. Illegal formation on the Mountaineers, so that'll back them up 5 on the Hoyle Plumbing penalty. And Kings Mountain now up to 90 yards. So if there's one little blemish on their record tonight, the interception and penalties, 90 yards in the first, they're there, 120 yards in penalties.
Yeah, interception there by Xavion Stroud. That was early in the first quarter there. I think it was like the first drive for them, wasn't it?
Yep, teams traded interceptions. Triple wide receivers right, one to the left. And Davis back, looks, trying to set up a screen, and they have it to Coleman. He's to the 40. He's to the 50. He's to the 40, and falls forward to the 36-yard line. Big gainer, give him 18 plus 14. And that's 22, a 32-yard reception for Coleman.
That's Aaron Best on the tackle there downfield. Probably prevented a touchdown there.
So big gainer and another Ingles Markets Reliable Roofing first down. Kings Mountain unofficially, I have them for 10 this half. Had 13 in the first half, 23 first downs. Double wide receivers right, one to the left, offset eye again. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. And that's going to be 20. Big gainer, big chunk play, knocked down. Gets to the 25, but that's going to be 13 yards and another Reliable Roofing Ingles Markets first down.
Yeah, I think it's like I said, at this point, just wants to get out of here healthy. And like I say, any loss you can learn from. Guys going to go back to the drawing board and figure it out. You know,
got to figure out a few things on offense. You know, they had a couple sustained drives. That one helped by penalties, but they just haven't had enough continuity.
But
not enough.
It's
not
a
enough
very
long
good
drives.
Kings Mountain team. You got to give them credit, and they're a 6A school too, so
and
you got to look at it like that.
Offset eye, and it's going to be, is that 20 or 25? I can't tell. 20. No, it's a different. Is that 29?
That is 29.
29.
Yep. That is Hauser.
So Hauser. So 29 gets 8 yards.
We've got to burn his guy down there.
Okay, so we'll
cramps.
take a Maxwell B. Hamrick insurance timeout. We'll be right back.
In Upper Cleveland County, when it comes to hardware, plumbing, electrical, or lawn and garden needs, everyone needs to go to Main Street Hardware in Lawndale. Jeff Klein invites you to come on by. You'll find famous Milwaukee Power Tools, Valspar Paint, and Cabot Stains, plumbing and electrical needs, lawn and garden tools, and now they're selling lumber. And don't forget about their mulch yard. Main Street Hardware, 356 East Main Street, Highway 182 in Lawndale. Open 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. Like them on Facebook, too.
All right, back to live action. 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go on your Wright's Jewelry. No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. 32-7, Mountaineers on their way to a victory and leveling their record at 1-1. Burns, after being defeated by Crest last Saturday, will drop to 0-2 with conference play opening up next week as they will visit the East Gaston Warriors. 2nd down and 2. Is that 29 still in there? I think 29.
So, yep.
Said it was Hauser.
Yep.
Offset eye again, and Kings Mountain likes that offset eye to the right, and Hauser will get it through a crease, keeps his feet, keeps running, keeps spinning. He's down to the 5, so it gives him, and a flag comes in, so Hauser with 13 yards.
And got another Burns guy down.
All right, that's another Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance timeout. We'll be right back.
You've made it this far, you deserve a class ring that truly tells your story. So it doesn't matter where you're at or what team you're from in the county, we at Wright's Jewelry are here to help you create that perfect class ring that represents the student that you have become over these many years. So just remember, you're not cookie cutter. You're made to stand out, and so is your class ring.
For over 60 years, through 3 generations, Hoyle Plumbing has been the reliable source for all your plumbing needs. Whether residential or commercial, our skilled technicians can handle your every plumbing issue. Rather tackle the job yourself? Hoyle Plumbing has a parts counter well-stocked and open to the public with knowledgeable people to answer any plumbing question you may have. Reach out to us today at HoylePlumbing.com. That's HOYLE Plumbing.com. Your hometown plumber for over 60 years, Hoyle Plumbing is here for you.
Yeah, Hoyle Plumbing getting their money's worth tonight with all these penalties. Go see Sarah and Mark if you got a plumbing problem.
Yeah, the best in the business there.
Must
for sure.
have been another Hoyle Plumbing penalty. Look where the ball is.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike penalty.
You know what would be a good time to do, Coach? Just kneel on the football.
Like
that's an excellent idea.
Great. Yep.
And that will back it up a few yards, but man.
Like I say, got to look forward to next week. We're at East Gaston, 7:30 kickoff.
You know, it'd be real nice if the refs don't make them run another play. I think they're gonna say this one's over. Yep, they are. So this one's going to be done. 32-7 on your Wright's Jewelry. No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Stadium postgame show coming up, brought to you by the Clay Barnett Funeral Home of Shelby, North Carolina. We'll have an offensive player of the game, brought to you by All Care Insurance of Shelby, big hit of the game, brought to you by Pleasant City Grill of Shelby, and the overall player of the game, brought to you by S&R Auto Sales of Shelby. Thank you for watching the West End Sales broadcast of the game. Please stay tuned for the postgame show. We'll be right back.
Oliver's Hardware and Garden Center is not just a hardware store, but a real general store. Carrying items like feed and seed, hay, pine, needles, and straw. Also case knives, groove light belts, Ashe County cheese, Hunter's liver mush, and many more unique items not found in your typical hardware store. Plus a big selection of turtle boxes. They've got it all at Oliver's Hardware, 3217 Falston Road, Highway 18, between Shelby and Falston. Or online at olivershardware.com. Oliver's Hardware supports the Burns Bulldogs football team and their quest for a state title.
Robert Morgan Funeral and Cremation in Boiling Springs are proud to serve our surrounding communities with the utmost care and compassion. They also try to work with families to tailor services costs so as not to overextend. Robert Morgan Funeral and Cremation offers cremations, burials, and pre-need, as well as fraternal services and military service options. Call them at 704-300-2343 with questions, or visit them on the web at rsmorganfsl.com.
Hondo and Gus are happy. See, Hondo and Gus are the dogs at Parker Family Feed in Bellwood. Now, Hondo and Gus have been trying to get Amber and Dakota to get Victor Dog Food. Well, guess what? They've got it. Victor Dog Food now at Parker Family Feed in Bellwood. And Hondo and Gus are happy. And come in now and get your deer corn, deer attractants, and see the new Rut Hut deer stands. Parker Family Feed, 121 Carpenter's Grove Church Road off Highway 18 North in Bellwood. You'll leave happy too. It's mowing season, and now's the time to buy a new mower at West End Sales in Vail. Come see the big selection of quality name brand mowers and get 0% financing for 60 months on Bad Boy, Hustler, and Steel mowers. Also, other mowers including Bobcat, Coyote, and Grasshopper, 0% for 48 months. And check out 0% financing for 84 months on a brand new Coyote 35 horsepower tractor. Hurry in soon, West End Sales, 110 Highway 18 North in Vail, online at westendsales.com. Simply the best. That's what you get when you buy a new Skag mower from Elliott Supply in Polkville. Simply the best. See the new Skag, Simply the Brave Series, zero-turn mower, trimmed out in camouflage to help support our nation's heroes. And the new Skag Bluebird Edition, commercial zero-turn mower. Simply the best. Get your new Skag mower today from Elliott Supply, 2301 West Stagecoach Trail, Highway 182 in Polkville. Online at ElliottSupplyInc.com.
Welcome back to the post-game show brought to you by the Clay Barnett Funeral Home of Shelby, North Carolina. And the tail of the tape of this game, if you want just where this game got away from the Bulldogs, they're down 12-0. They go down, they get the Wells 12-yard TD, and now they have to make a stop.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of making a stop, Kings Mountain has a methodical drive. Well, a lot of plays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plays. And score the 9-yard TD pass by Hutchins in the corner. And that makes it 18-7. So you needed a stop.
Yep.
You didn't get one. Kings Mountain gets the second half kickoff. And then they go 14 plays. That's the methodical drive. 8 minutes off the clock. 70-yard touchdown drive. Hopper catches the TD. And I'm just telling you, man, that was the backbreaker.
Yep.
That was the backbreaker. And plus you had another 19-yard touchdown reception by Hopper on 4th down on their next drive. So it's just a couple of times Burns had a chance. They got to make a stop. They got to get off the field. They're unable to do it. And the game got away, and it was all Kings Mountain. Third quarter, Burns ran, the 3 plays. Tough. 3 plays, -3 yards, and Kings Mountain has that long drive for a touchdown. And in the fourth quarter, they get that other touchdown. I mean, it's just tough sledding for Burns as they give up those 2 touchdowns in the second half, and it ends up 32-7. On your Wright's Jewelry, no malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. So that's really a tale of the game. Some stats for Burns is they had 42 yards by Max Davis on 13 carries. Wells had 9 carries, 35 yards. He also had a touchdown. And then receiving, I think Ussery had 2 for 22 yards. Wells had 2 for 22 yards. Unfortunately for Burns, in the second half combined, their quarterbacks were 0 for 5. Did not complete a pass in the second half. So they're stuck on 52 yards. They threw a couple of picks. They had 77 rush yards, 129 yards for the game. Compare that to Kings Mountain, where Jenkins had 174 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and he also ran for a couple of touchdowns. So he counts for all 5.
Yeah, I mean, they're just a very good football team. I mean, you got to give them credit. They played well. The defense put pressure on our quarterbacks all day, shut down our run game. It's tough. I feel like, faced a good defense last week. I feel like this one probably a little bit better than Crest was last week. So,
and pretty balanced, 237 yards on the ground, 208 yards passing, 435 total yards to the Mountaineers. Hopper kind of stood out other than Jenkins. Jenkins did have 9 carries, 37 yards, did have a couple of touchdowns. And Hopper, 5 receptions. That 19-yard touchdown on 4th down, that was a backbreaker. 51 total yards for him. So just a few highlights for the Kings Mountain Mountaineers. So let's do some hardware. Offensive player of the game brought to you by All Care Insurance of Shelby, North Carolina. And I believe we're going with Romello Wells, right?
Romello Wells, 8 carries, 31 yards, a touchdown. And then receiving had 2 for 28. So doing it on both sides of the ball there.
So he accounted for the lone touchdown. So your offensive player of the game, once again, brought to you by All Care Insurance of Shelby. And the big hit of the game didn't count, but we're going to take it anyway. Brought to you by Pleasant City Grill of Shelby, North Carolina.
we're gonna go with what's not really a big hit, but that chase down run by Chris Dawkins there late in the game. Everybody thought their running back was gonna break that one, and Dawkins, aka DK Metcalf, chased him down and tackled him. I think he fell down at the 2. It ended up getting called back, but still, it was a great play by Chris Dawkins.
Dawkins messed me up. I said, no way they're going to run him down, and Dawkins came down there, ran down there like the Flash. So definitely our big hit of the game, brought to you by Pleasant City Grill of Shelby, North Carolina. Now it's time for the overall player of the game, brought to you by S&R Auto Sales of Shelby, North Carolina.
Did we say Romello Wells again?
No, we had a defensive player, right?
Oh, I thought you said overall.
Overall player of the game. We had Wells for our offensive player of the game. I think we went with Zay Stroud, did we not?
Oh, yeah. You said overall. I just thought you was skip the defense. Yeah.
No, we don't have a defensive player of the game, just an overall player.
Okay, well, overall, yeah, Zay Stroud had him for three tackles and 1 interception. Set that up there in that first drive. So played well. Give credit to Kamarion McKenzie. He played well, had 8 tackles, a lot of good defensive play too.
And Zay Stroud, gets the momentum back for Burns there with that interception. A chance early in the game, gave his team a chance for that pick. So Zay Stroud with a turnover, your overall player of the game, brought to you by S&R Auto Sales of Shelby, North Carolina. So I want to just thank all of our sponsors. And Matt, thank you for doing the broadcast. And Trent Marty worked very hard on this broadcast. If I can give the MVP to somebody who's not a player, it would definitely be Trent Marty. Without Trent Marty, this broadcast would not be possible. So thank you, Trent. Set up Starlink for us, and he successfully lobbied. He did some backstage deals to get us out of the weather. So thank you, Trent Marty. Next week, audio only. I know that I'm going to get the Facebook messages and all that. I'm just going to tell everybody, guys, there won't be video next week. Send the cards and letters to Gaston County Schools, okay? So it's one of those things. You wonder why they got budget issues. That's Gaston County Schools. That's up to them. I'm sorry. We would love to do video. We're just praying that they actually let us come in the press box. We may be doing it from the parking lot. So hopefully we'll be able to get in there. But at East Gaston on the road, I'm ready to get back to Ron Green Stadium, Matt.
We got one more, and I think the first home game is Bessemer City, I believe.
Yeah, so home sweet home. If we could get to, because on the 11th is at Lincolnton. So they opened up with 4 games on the road. So September 11th will be Lincolnton. And then we'll finally get back to Ron Green Stadium, George Falls Field. So we're looking forward to finally having a home game. I haven't been back to Burns in a while, so looking forward to that game in a couple of weeks. So one more time, no malarkey, Mr. Sparky, Wright's Jewelry Scoreboard, Kings Mountain 32, Burns 7. For Tom Senefani and Matt Royster, thank you for listening to this West End Sales broadcast. Check them out online for your outdoor power equipment needs, westendsales.com. We'll see you next week from Mount Holly. Good night.
The Cleveland